And that's when I said, fuck NFR podcast.
So
You guys-
funny, I LOL'd.
Guys, it's okay. Well, anyways, I was gonna say welcome.
That's why he's not champ.
I was
They don't
gonna
get the reference. They don't get the reference.
champ, but we are champs. What happened?
I forgot. What did we do last week? What did we do?
Bro,
We-
don't start.
don't tell me you-
start.
We won gold last week.
You forgot.
Don't
After my
start.
You forgot the cannon, bro. Are you not watching the product? Are you not watching
No,
the
no,
product?
no. I wasn't speaking about me. I was speaking about Ray. How he's not a
Oh,
champion. next
yeah,
year.
right. Yeah.
That's what I was
Okay.
saying from the start.
Yeah.
Let's run it
Yeah,
back.
I bet.
That
Rewind
looks
the tape.
stupid. That
Rewind
looks
it.
stupid.
You can
Let's
hear
rewind
it.
that.
You can hear it. You can rewind it. You can hear it. I got the proof in the pudding right here in the podcast. Rewind it so we can show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Kayfabe and Show podcast, the podcast that does it together as a family. And my Fantastic Four squad here on one end, we got the San Antonio Romeo, Mr. Sexy Lips, Mr. Ray Carter. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Blessed to be here, as always. And man, we got a lot to talk about.
You said blessed. He's blessed to be here. Appreciate
Blessed
it.
to be here.
He's blessed to be in the champ's presence. That's what he meant.
Nah.
You gotta
And-
hold it like that.
And accompanying him in the loser's corner of last week's tag team championship is someone who is a recent addition to the podcast, but has made an impact. Ladies and gentlemen, as of 2 weeks ago, this podcast has been rated M for mature. What's up, man? How you doing, Matt?
Bro, I thought I could mute myself before that sneeze. I couldn't find the mute button on the Zoom.
I thought that was intentional. I'll be honest with you.
Sorry, I'll
Nah,
fix it in post.
Just insert the meme because come Saturday, those camps are no more.
And on the other corner, you see him looking all sexy as hell. Oh my goodness. Oh, he looks so great, doesn't he? The reigning, defending, universal, inaugural, sexy man cake, hunkalicious, delicious, sexy. God, I just can't stop thinking about him. Champion of the Kayfabe and Chill podcast, Ephraim, Mr.
Flag
Cougar
print,
Connoisseur.
Enough meat writing.
You might want to look at the chat. I sent my reaction in there.
He's stealing, once again, he's stealing my memes to make him relevant. You see, he's just trying to do anything to be on our island.
Man,
He can't-
nobody cares. Nobody cares about your island.
You see,
That's not
he's
the
just so
island
petty.
anybody cares about right now, bro. That's not the
Like
one.
I said, we'll see SummerSlam because we'll
We
see
will.
who comes out on top.
We'll see this weekend. Yeah, we'll see this weekend.
We'll get, hey guys, we'll get to SummerSlam, but right now we're a family. Of course, I'm the other tag team champion, the wise man to Mr. Cougar Connoisseur, Chesco. And we got a lot to talk about, you guys, in movies and wrestling, in just our kayfabe universe that we've got going on. We got a lot of stuff going on. Sorry, let me just adjust this. And so, yeah, let's start off with the big old fat, juicy, wet film that we got
Whoa.
this past weekend.
Whoa. Somebody's excited.
I'm excitable, okay? I'm excitable. We're talking about Fantastic Four. As you can see here, this will probably be the thumbnail, a working version of our thumbnail. But Fantastic Four, the culmination of superhero July, superhero summer. First of all, are you guys happy with who you guys are in this picture?
Hell yeah, Mr. Fantastic. Oh yeah,
I just carried the movie. That's all I know. I carried in the movie, so
you're carrying a lot more than just the movie in that picture, Ray. I'm just gonna say that right now.
you know it.
So yeah,
The
get-
awkward silence afterwards.
Just got quiet.
so Fantastic Four. I'm just gonna edit around that. Like there's no silence, no little 5 seconds of silence. Fantastic Four was it's obviously set in this alternate timeline where it's like 1960s. It's futuristic but vintage. And I'll be honest, guys, this not only to me. We keep saying the MCU is back. We keep saying the MCU is back. MCU is back. but I think it's just here. I think the MCU is just here and it's good again. And Kevin Feige himself has said, like, in that crazy interview with some crazy quotes in there, he's like, yeah, we were kind of bullshitting. So we're back and we're doing our thing. And you can see it. This movie is just so inspired and so different. So my first takeaway from the film is I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I loved it. Scratched the itch that I wanted The Incredibles to scratch, even though Incredibles was initially like the thing that scratched my itch of like wanting a good Fantastic Four movie. Now it's kind of the other way around, where like, yeah. So with that being said, since our champion, our Kayfabe and show champion, potentially his last week as champion, if you're asking, if you're asking those two over there. Since you are our champion, I wanted to start off with you in terms of your thoughts on Fantastic Four.
I mean, as a whole, I feel like the movie was great for what it was. I like the whole different time period that's in the 60s and the whole era of everything. I think all 4 characters that were casted was perfectly casted. I love Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. I love Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman. I love Evan, I can never say his name, as Ben Grimm, the Thing. How do you? Yeah. And then I was very skeptic of Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Very skeptic because, I mean, this man is in everything now. I was like, oh, great. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not the biggest Pedro Pascal fan, but after this movie, I was like, okay, I can see him being Mr. Fantastic. It wasn't a bad casting choice. All I'm gonna say is that Susan Storm is gonna like some Hispanic characters in this movie because Pedro Pascal's Hispanic, and then she's going to Namor. Man, woo! Never know. We're getting some representation, Ray. Let's go.
It's time. It's about time. Ah!
But no, man. There's parts that felt flat to me. I feel like it was a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna ask why, but I'm gonna keep going on what I need to say. I can see Ray y'all laughing. No. But no, yeah. There's some parts I feel like it was cut out, which I think should have helped the movie a little bit more. I wish it was longer, but I mean, overall, my favorite part is Galactus. To seeing how massive this dude was on the screen. Like, he felt threatening. He felt scary. Like, damn, are they about to fucking lose? And no, like, if I'm gonna give it a ranking out of a movie, I'm gonna give it like a 7. It wasn't anything crazy to go like, oh my god, and da 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 da. But it was a very solid film. It's a good setup. It's like the WrestleMania 41's main event. It was there. And you're like, okay, It wasn't that bad.
Really? Okay.
Well, I meant WrestleMania 41 as a whole, not the main event.
Interesting. Okay. Rated M for mature. What you think? What did you think of F4?
Fantastic. No, I'm playing.
Say that again.
Honestly, it's just average. That's all it was, to be honest. Yeah. It wasn't anything over than what it needed to be. It wasn't under. It's just great. There were some things that were needed. The thing could have used a little more screen time. There could have been, once again, they didn't have to cut it short. Like, the movie could have been run a little longer. Once again, like maybe like 10, 15 minutes. I know they cut a lot of stuff from the film. There's a lot of stuff cut from the trailers and a lot of things edited.
Mm-hmm.
One big question I have is just about Galactus. There's only one version of Galactus, and apparently in every multiverse, like universe. So bro just keeps getting taken away and teleported somewhere else, like in Fortnite, and then here.
Dang.
And then I forgot where else he got teleported.
Wasn't it the Lego world?
Lego too.
Yeah.
This one, it was a little not heavy on the action. So it did kind of take a while for me to actually like, okay, it's pretty good. But it wasn't until the second time I watched it with somebody. So I was like, I could kind of see where people are kind of generating the hype for it a little bit. Galactus was very terrifying in this movie. And I kind of hated the way how he went down. But I think it only made sense. Just because if he had got defeated any other way or whatever, it just would have been like, this of everything, this is how you do it. Silver Surfer was amazing in this movie. A lot of people were very hesitant for other reasons on her, and she did amazing in this movie. I think she was really great. Joseph Quinn as a Human Torch that was perfectly like I think now seeing this compared to when they first announced it, that was awesome. That was
You have the
fantastic.
same opinion, right? That it wasn't gonna
Yeah,
like Joseph Quinn, like because the whole
Hmm.
thing of Johnny's character is supposed to be like in your face hot and be like cocky and stuff, and it was
yeah,
kind of had some of that, but I did like how they gave him like a big brain moment.
Because I think even then too, like with the Human Torch, like they kind of make him so dumb in everything he does. I think we
Hmm.
tend to forget that he's a smart guy. He's the reason why he's on that team for a reason. I think they just make him more of a bimbo. What's it called for a guy? A himbo? Is that the
Himbo,
word?
yeah.
Yeah, they make him a himbo. The whole every universe that he's in, they kind of forget that he has some brain ball knowledge, whatever you want to say. But I mean, I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
And also like with Johnny Storm in particular, I feel like in previous incarnations, like Chris Evans did a great job. He has great moments, but as a whole, his characterization, sometimes you question like, all right, dude, you're just kind of an asshole, or like you're not even really a hero. You're just, and
yeah.
then when it's
Hmm.
necessary, it's like, okay, now you're doing hero stuff, cool. But this characterization, you start off kind of hesitant, and then he proves you time and time again that he's a hero, that he's been a hero, and you're just kind of like, okay, cool. He doesn't spoiler. He doesn't hesitate to sacrifice himself for for Franklin. He offers himself up as
Hmm.
instead of Franklin. He does the broadcasting thing, which I think was such a cool moment. Very well shot. Yeah, cool stuff.
What the crazy part too is that moment when you're like he gives himself up for Franklin. I thought we were gonna get that comic panel where he kind of like sacrifices himself so the other team can escape. So I was like, damn, are we getting that really that early? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
And
But
Silver Surfer.
yeah, and then I
Yeah,
was like, okay,
sick.
cool, all right. And I really like their chemistry too. Her and him and the Silver Surfer. It kind of gives Johnny more of the romantic the lover boy character, which
Just
I
when I
love
met
about
someone
Johnny.
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, she'll
and he's
come back
like, damn,
faster. She'll come back faster than Galactus.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, I think the chemistry is great. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm knocked it out the park. She, like I said, she kind of carried this movie, especially when it came down to like the last plot or the last third act of it, like where she's fighting Galactus, and you're like, oh shoot, like I see you, Sue. I see you, Sue. So it was great. The only thing I had a problem with, well, one of the things was at times the baby looked very CGI'd, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Apparently,
I
it's a
Like,
real
no.
baby.
Yeah, I heard it was a real baby, and I was like, dude, this looks like so CGI'd. Like, no, there's no way. There were
I
some
think the
aspects where you could
bits
tell.
it's the bits where I think they're like the baby's crying and when the baby is just born, because
Yeah,
obviously you don't want to force a baby to cry like for the sake of the scene, for
You,
acting,
right.
you hear
so
the stock baby noises.
But I think it was great. Man, I forget the actor.
Paul
He's actually a
Walter
wrestler too.
Hauser.
Yeah, he's actually another wrestler too. I didn't even know that.
Sick.
He was great as Man from what I've seen and kind of the iterations we've seen of Man. Of course, he's not there yet because of course they're barely building this up. But of course, the first post credit scene chills,
Apparently, it
bro.
was Robert Downey Jr. They didn't use
Yeah,
a stunt double.
that's what they were saying. Yep. So, supposedly this is from what I've heard, it's supposed to be the start of Doomsday. Like they're gonna pick up right there. I don't know if that how accurate it is, but if it is, that's a heck of a way to start it.
I
um,
need them to be more creative with Reed Richards' powers.
mhm.
I think he was portrayed kind of weak because when Galactus was stretching him, there's no way that's it. Like because he can like stretch over like 1,500 feet, and then we've seen him stretch way more. So like just to see him like stretch that much and like him just like in pain and ripping apart and no
It
Now,
was,
creativity.
now these guys have been heroes for what, 4 years in the movie? The set,
I think
four
so.
years. And I
Yeah.
think they're just celebrating the 4 year anniversary. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think that's why maybe he hasn't learned his powers just yet. He hasn't able to grasp it or get adjusted because what I've seen, he's been getting like mediocre fights, like with what's his name, the apes in the movie, or the
The Red
Mm,
orangutans,
Ghosts.
mhm.
the red ghost. There you go. And they
Yeah.
were doing all that, so I was like, maybe they're just getting B list heroes right now. Nothing crazy besides Galactus coming in. Now I know there's other heroes too that were there. I just can't remember their names. I don't know too much about them. That's why I was trying to do my
Yeah.
deep dive on those heroes. But I was like, I think one was a wizard, and then what was it? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the people read is like pinpointed. Yeah, and I feel like I didn't bump into that because I felt like a similar thing as like with James Gunn's Superman is like you don't want a Superman that can just like punch through planets and do this crazy
Right.
shit like punch reality. I think that was actually Superboy who does that, but because it just doesn't make for an interesting movie. Like that scene where he's getting stretched apart, I was like, "Ooh, I felt that in my core. I felt like I hit ab day the last night." But no, I want to talk about the opening montage, as Champ says. So cool. I like, like one of my favorite bits from Thunderbolts was when they set us in this like fictional media reality where, like US agent is like doing Time magazine interviews and all this stuff. And so I thought it was really cool, with Disney owning like ABC and all that stuff to actually have like a K-Got ABC feature on it. And generally like the
Yeah.
60s vintage aesthetic, which we know Matt Shackman, who directed WandaVision, like can ace out the park. I thought it was just really cool. And you kind of establish like Reed is very anxious and like, fuck, like I really fucked that up. And now look at it. Like, that was just a really cool character beat. And I think also just really eased me into like, we don't need to see origin stories. Like they're good when necessary, but I want to enter into this like comic book movie universe where it's like, we're just in it. I think the audience is more educated than ever. And I think when you don't
Yeah.
necessarily need, when it's not necessary, you can just take a risk and be like, here's the origin story in like 10 minutes max. You're good, right? We're good. Not they're good. Now let's see the challenge. Let's see them, you know, do superhero shit. Let's tell the story.
No, I mean, like another thing too, I wanna go back with that too. Is like that beginning scene too with Ben and how he's been taking the effect of we've seen a lot of iterations of Ben Grimm, especially in the original one where he felt like he's a monster. If you all remember that
Yeah.
correctly, this one he seems a little more at peace of what he's become. I know that's something I felt. I don't know if y'all felt the same way.
There are some parts where he kind of misses being a human,
Yeah,
but
he's
like
yearning for
for the
it. He's
most part,
grieving.
yeah.
He's grieving.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for the most part, yeah, he's used to it.
and I felt like I know people are getting mad that it's not. Correct me if I get her name wrong. It's been a while. The what's her name? Is it Helen? If I believe Helen, the his significant other, his wife later in
Oh,
the movies and the comics.
Yeah.
Alicia Masters.
Alicia. There
Yeah.
you go. That's what it is. And I know they changed it to Rosalind, to what's her name's character, or the actress that plays Rosalind. But I actually like the dynamic on screen. It's a different take. Of course, it's not going to be the same. It's a whole different universe. We're not going to get everything exactly the same. But I think they pair well with each other, especially Ben being more Jewish on his side. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
having the whole little extra thing. And I like their scenes. So I mean, I thought that was great. And it gives more art, more character arc to Ben. And I think the one that I mean, Pedro Pascal got his character work in there. So did Jessica Quinn. So I think all of it was great for all four of them.
Oh
What I
man.
really liked is that I really liked the internal struggle of like Reed Richards. They also did it with Oppenheimer of like his whole
Mhm.
love connection. Like bro's the smartest man on the planet, but he still can't figure out like personal stuff. Like how he with Sue Storm, he like would try to make everything very logical
Yep.
and try to solve it with logic, but he would just use everything using logic instead of like settling it using first like solving of what's the problem like emotionally. And that's something I also struggle with. I just use logic for everything. And so whenever Sue Storm was also just saying in his face, like, stop using your head to solve these problems and start like using your heart and being like, look at things like emotionally. I was just like, damn.
See, I'm the opposite way. I think of my heart instead of my head, and it gets me more in
Mm.
trouble too. So I'm like, fuck.
Gosh, yeah, Reed has some of my favorite lines in the movie where he's like, I think of the worst things so that way
Hmm.
I don't have to worry about them happening to you guys. And it's not so much the line, but the delivery of it is when he's like going over all these scenarios and he's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That to
Yeah.
me was like so nailed the Reed Richards because we all us we're nerdy as fuck. We know this shit like frontwards and backwards. We know what a good characterization of Reed is. So what I was most impressed by the movie was how much it covered all the bases, or as many bases as it could. In like you, I agree with you, Ephraim. I wanted a long. I feel like there could have been a longer movie. This shit was cut to the bone, like to the bare
Big
necessities
time.
of what this movie needed to be. So the fact that they get as many things as they can right. Another line that I fucked with heavy was what was it in Community? Like, oh, we love when you flip the things, or when she says, I will not sacrifice my son for this world, but I will not
Yeah.
sacrifice this world for my
Yeah.
son. And very, if we're drawing along parallels to another movie that came out this past summer. Um, great speech alongside right up there with the
Fine
Superman
speech.
speech. Fines
That's
of
what bro said. Fine speech.
ah, that's great. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just really admire that. That was a great job. The second act that takes place in space was like the most Star Warsy shit I've seen in the MCU besides like
Yep.
The
Guardians, honestly.
surfing.
Oh,
Surfing with heart.
her surfing in the lava when like causes a little tidal thing and she just kind of yo
Look,
her her reaching
I
through the
see
ship,
Johnny's crush. Yeah,
her reaching
that
through the
was
ship and
crazy.
then reaching into her tummy. Yeah, that was like the most tense I think scene damn in this whole
I
phase. Yeah.
I herald his beginning, or how does it go? I herald his
I
beginning,
herald his beginning. I herald your
and
end,
I
and I
herald
herald
Galactus.
Galactus.
I was like, yeah, yep, I see the crush. I see why it's forming. And I was
Uh,
like, yeah, I see it now. Johnny's but look, if I'm gonna go into the what if scenarios or future things, not what if scenarios, I really want to see the dynamic, and I've been seeing my Instagram stories with Spider-Man and the Human Torch. That dynamic on screen is gonna be crazy because once Johnny tells Peter that he's from another Earth, Peter will freak out and lose his mind. Oh,
Yep.
how do you work? How do you think? How does your whatever your DNA works? Like Peter's gonna be so nerdy with Johnny, and it's gonna be so funny, and then Johnny's gonna be the same way with Peter. Like, how does this happen? How are you Spider Man? It's gonna be a great chemistry on screen between Joseph Quinn and Tom Holland.
We should get like a little more of what Thor Love and Thunder gave us with like how Thor joined the Guardians for a bit, but just have Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
with Fantastic Four. Just for like
Yeah,
a couple scenes, not an entire movie. Maybe an entire
yeah.
movie.
Because look, when they mentioned the Future Foundation that Sue was running, I was like, oh, that's super cool because basic fans of the MCU really don't know that story and what that team means and who's on that team and what happens before then or what happens on that in that moment. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, I just can't wait for. I love Spider-Man crossing over Fantastic Four. It makes me go fucking batshit crazy because I love seeing Spider-Man in that Future Foundation shoot.
Something also that was mentioned in that scene you're talking about is Latveria is in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
that UN meeting, which by the way, I
Yep.
love that. I love that everyone, this entire world has just like united because of the Fantastic Four. Like it really makes you feel like, yeah, we are in an alternate universe. But
Mhm.
the idea of Latveria being there is which brings me, I guess, to brings us back to the post-credit scene. Is RDJ this universe's doom?
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 No, no. I'm gonna be the odd man, the oddball out here. I don't think he's their doom. I do think their doom is in a whole different universe, but I think that RDJ's doom is from another Earth, and I don't think it's this Fantastic Force. That's just I have a weird feeling. I could be wrong, but I think we will get a variant versions of Doom throughout the Doomsday movie. Just like I think we were talking about it too. I wasn't too sure if it was y'all. Maybe I was talking about somebody at work, but I do feel like we will get the Kang issues. I mean, problems that they were having, all the Kang variants, but with Doom
Yeah.
variants around. I think that will be Doom's army instead of the Doom bots that he usually has in the movies or in the comics. There will be that.
It's okay to be wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure you feel wrong some about your SummerSlam picks too, but we'll see.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm talking about.
Guys, we're a
Did you
family.
see?
Guys, we're a family.
I don't know if it's true or not, but did you see that one post where it's like Marvel's offering $10,000 to figure out a way, whoever can come up with the smartest way to get rid of all the Kangs?
Hey, look, send Deadpool in that universe and have him kill off one by one. Just that'll
Might
be
as
his
well.
fourth movie. Or have a miniseries of Deadpool doing it.
Oh yeah, like what do you call it? The special presentation, those like hour long, like a Wolf by Midnight or what's it
Yeah,
called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Werewolf, yeah. Werewolf
yeah.
by Midnight, yeah.
Just
Have,
Just
like Daredevil kills all the Kangs. Here's my money.
give us one of Chris Evans and fucking Captain America and solving the stones, please.
I know, I know. Oh my God, that would be great. Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
so I do think Doomsday will have, not the Doom bots, but I do think he'll have different variants of Doctor Doom. So I don't think he's from that Earth. I think there'll be different versions of him. And that's when we'll get all the ones that we want to see. So I think that's will be his army and the whole movie and up to Secret Wars, and that's what everyone's gonna be facing off against. And I mean, that's I don't know. We'll
I mean,
see.
in Doomsday, I want them to lose. I want to live in a post-Doomsday world for a while, at least for a phase.
I
I
think
want I we can have each Doom, and I don't mean to keep cutting y'all off, but I want each Doom like having different parts of the world. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Like each Doom variant holding different parts of the Earth
You're
and
talking
different
about
I mean,
planets.
battle. Oh, you're talking about because I was thinking you were talking about when post battle world when he like combines all the places. But you're saying like a different Doom in different every single universe that is ruling like a region.
Yeah, like
honestly, Ephraim, I think you're right. I think you hit it on the head when you say he's not the main. He's gonna like he's not their Doom. But considering there's that leak thing saying that like how Marvel doesn't know if they want to keep RDJ as Doom going forward after Secret Wars.
because I mean, you can always have the main Doom. RDJ's Doctor Doom could be like the stand-in to be like the main guy. You know how like it was the Mandarin and Iron Man, but it was
Hmm.
really the Mandarin. It could be something along those lines, but have Doom get killed off or RDJ's Doom get killed off towards the end of the movie and have the real Victor Von Doom come out of nowhere.
I saw a comic book strip of Doctor Doom defeating Galactus, and it's just fucking Doom just walking saying "fuck out of here."
But I think too, a lot of our regular viewers that don't read comic books don't understand how crazy Doctor Doom is. Like that dude's a fucking menace.
I mean,
He's
if
not. He's,
we get
mm,
RDJ just as regular Doom, and then we get like what version of Doom is
God
it called?
Doom.
Like the white suit? Hmm.
Yeah.
God
mm-hmm.
Doom. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing we got to talk about. The whole MCU being rebooted, a different Tony Stark, a different Captain America being recast.
Now, do you think they go younger, or they stay like at and maybe more retired heroes, or do they go like young Avengers type age?
I think they're gonna go with like a good age range of like 30s and 40s, like the same age that Robert Downey Jr. was started as, and same thing Chris Evans, how they were that age range.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think they're gonna
Now,
be all, yeah, I agree with Matt, very like varied ages, but I think they're gonna be more like in the unknown range of casting, just so they don't have to bring out all the checkbooks once the first movie comes out and it's a hit, like surprise. Like think of like David Corn Sweat. This movie made him a star, but he can still show up on TV shows and stuff. Like it's not below him. Like they can keep having him
Yeah.
come back for stuff. Like I think honestly, I think Spider-Man Tom Holland would be game for TV shows if the Sony rights weren't so fucked up. That level of like unknown into a star. So that way, yeah, you can have Captain America show up in or Steve Rogers show up in I don't know, whatever TV show they want to do. So that's
like
where I'm at.
fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, or have more Iron
Yeah.
Man and Reed Richards conversations. Like, granted, there will be a little bit of like prestige loss because it's not Robert Downey Jr. Like, I fell in love with the
Mhm.
portrayal. Like, Chris Evans as Captain America to me is right up there with Robert Downey Jr., Christopher Reeve, Matt Murdock, Charlie
I
Cox.
wish they
Like,
would have kept them dead, keep him as AI for like a while, like does a Jarvis.
oh man, yeah, just have him come into a voice booth for like 3 hours and then you're good, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with these younger actors and who they cast because those are big shoes to fill, especially how successful those Avengers movies were and the Iron Man movies were and the Captain
I,
Americas and all those.
I would say I think they're gonna do good because I know damn well Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the one who's going to have the final say. So, like, all right, who's replacing me?
I think that sums it up, really. Yeah.
Do we get
Whoever he decides,
Invincible Iron Man? Is this what we're getting? Probably.
probably.
Ooh.
It only makes sense. The fans haven't seen it on the big screen. Why not start trying it that way?
They need
No,
to start doing different
Wow.
shit because they're running out of storylines Marvel compared to what DC is going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Jessica, what was the question you were gonna ask? Who I'd be fan casting?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys if you had any people that you absolutely should stay as they are. Like I'm thinking, like the Shang-Chi's, the Miss Marvels, all those people, they'll figure out a way
Those are-
to make them stay. And then who are some of the current crops that you think should be recast? Like for me, I was talking to my brother. He brought up a great one. I think it's time to recast the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo is just too wholesome, too adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I want like a nervous, anxious, kind of like how they portrayed Reed, to be honest, like very on edge Bruce Banner. So
Anybody from that really early, the end of phase 4, and everything after that. Like I want to keep saying Shang-Chi. I think he was cool. Who else should they? I mean, I don't know. I can't really see them being recasted. That's the hard part. Like in my mind, it's just fuzz. Like that's all I'm getting. Like I don't see anybody replacing Iron Man, Captain America,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor. Yeah, like
Black Widow,
those guys.
I could
I see.
recast the.
I would have recast Doctor Strange.
Who would you recast Doctor Strange to?
I don't know, but I'd recast him. I cannot. I don't know. Benedict Cumberbatch, great actor. He doesn't do it for me.
Lately, he's been kind of falling off with the things he's been saying. It's also reasonable.
Yeah. I would honestly keep Iman Vellani, I believe her name, Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel. I would keep her, obviously, because she's obviously a big Marvel fan. But I think she did great as Miss Marvel, and even in the show, even in the Marvels, she was great. I would keep her.
But I also think they're not going to touch the Young Avengers. No Kate Bishop. No
Oh, so
Riri
then
Williams.
are we talking like old Avengers in, like they're still in?
So yeah, like I think they're gonna
Alright.
try to recast like the Iron Mans. Now, one
They
I
got-
would say
Yeah, I want to hear it.
the one I would say that I would probably recast, which is not what I really want, but I feel like it's something that's probably needed, is Brie Larson as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Which I like Brie Larson as an actress because Scott Pilgrim and everything she does. I like Kong Skull Island. I like the movies she's in. But she gets a lot of hate as Captain Marvel, which I don't, you know what I mean? I get it. The first one wasn't that great. Second one was okay.
We're keeping Thor.
I just want to see another Hemsworth play the character. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I would say Ant-Man. I think, and this isn't to disrespect Paul Rudd. He's fantastic, but I think we need to see another version of him. Last one.
They got potential.
I want to see a Hank Pym, not a Scott Lang.
I like that.
I want to see a classic Hank Pym. I want to see Hank Pym in his prime.
You want to see him beat his wife.
Exactly. That's what I need to see.
Wow, he doubled down on it.
That's your champ. Somebody clip that. You gotta clip that right there.
Okay, guys. So the belt has been vacated.
But no, I just want to see Hank Pym because I think that's who we know as Ant-Man. I think that's who we first read and watched in the movies. Yes, he's a piece of shit. We know that. But Scott Lang, I guess that's why they went away from Hank Pym and his Scott Lang. But you can always double down and make him more of have him create Ultron in this whole new universe. Because in the comics, that's what happens. He creates Ultron. So, I'm still trying to think of the Captain Marvel recast. Who would that be?
Like I would love what's her name? She's in the Smashing Machine as Dwayne The Rock Johnson's wife.
Oh, Emily Bett.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about the girl from Arrow.
Oh my God, she would be amazing as in the MCU. She's already got that like quirky humor down. Like I would love Felicity as in something. Yeah. I was just gonna say the MCU has some potential to do the funniest thing, which is cast Terrence Howard as War Machine, like recast him as War Machine.
Dude. What about Nick Fury? How are we feeling?
Are they gonna make him white?
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're gonna make him white
Ooh,
again.
Quicksilver. I would like to see a new
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. I know we've gotten like two different iterations of,
You don't,
of Quicksilver
you don't
already,
like
but
you don't like Ralph Boner Quicksilver?
then
I just realized how they can start the whole X-Men thing and get rid of all the. You know how they're bringing in all the different X-Men from Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
What if? Because we don't know anything of what's her name, Elizabeth Olsen. She made Doomsday or anything. What if Doom gets partnered with Elizabeth Olsen or Scarlet Witch, and she does the whole No More Mutants thing, and that's what restarts, and they bring in all those new X-Men younger casts, and they get rid of all the old ones.
That could happen. That could happen.
That's a possible. That's a great idea too.
another nickname for
Look,
Matt, the House of M. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the House of
look,
M.
right now, if you could pick any, this is not my sharpshooter. It's not. But if you could pick any character from the MCU into the universe right now, who would it be? Like my pick already is X-Men. It's gonna be Legion, David Haller, Professor X's son. Y'all know who Legion is? I'm pretty sure y'all do.
Yep.
Okay, so I just want to see him as a real enemy in the X-Men universe and their movies. They're gonna put out. I need him to be one of the big bads eventually at some point. So that's what I really want to see is David Haller's Legion.
Okay.
That's a great pick. Does anyone have one off the top of their head?
I can think of no.
What was the question?
If there's a character that hasn't been in the MCU yet that you'd like to see?
These are my opponents for SummerSlam.
I know, champ. They don't stand a chance. They don't.
Bro,
stand
didn't you
they,
just?
They can't even remember a
Didn't you
question.
just say you wanted Hank Pym, the guy that beat his wife?
I have no recollection.
I ain't trying to hear it from you, bro.
There is no recollection of that. That was. I don't know what you're talking about.
Matthew,
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you get this, clip that part.
It might already be. It might already be out of the edit. It might already be deleted. Champ has final call on the edit. I'll give you a couple real quick.
Mr. Part-Time doesn't know about that.
I can't. But calm down now.
I would love to see
a ghost at 9 o'clock at night.
No, it's some like
7.
Olipop.
Hey man, he's wired. He's wired for this episode.
Did you hear the silent judge for Matt?
Bro, the reason why I keep going in and out of this pod right now is because I got Luke Kane kicking in my guts right now, and I don't know why.
I got Luke Kane.
This shit.
Jessica Walsh.
I don't know. I forgot. No, okay. I remember. I would like to see like an actual depiction of Beta Ray Bill. I think we're there now where we can see a big giant horse hybrid holding a hammer. Also, I know this has been rumored a couple times, but I want to see Nova. The last Nova Corps member. Like, we already got the death of the Nova Corps with Thanos.
You want to see Sam Alexander or Dick Ryder?
Probably Dick Ryder. Because I can relate. Because I can relate.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Jasco can relate big time.
Big time Dick Ryder. Big time Dick Ryder guy. I'm very excited to see. Hopefully, I know there's a show centered around Dick Ryder, but we'll see. We'll see.
Don't let Ray fool you. There's an episode when Matt first came on, and Ray's was all in love with him the whole episode.
Yeah, so dude, that's my partner. That's my partner.
He's been glazing you since you won. I don't want to hear it.
I've been doing it nonchalantly though. You're like,
oh,
dude, Mr. Matt,
you're like
Mr.
Matt the whole way.
Bro, there's multiple clips on y'all. Don't even.
I'm just cooling. That's champ. That's because I'm just like.
Did you shoot? You might have to cut this one out, but this is Ray. Like every time Matt's on screen.
I'm just gonna blur I'm gonna blur it out. So let's transition out of the Fantastic Four conversation into a debate. Well, we'll see where we land. The two biggest movies that dropped this month were Superman, Fantastic Four. What was the better movie in your guys' opinion?
Superman.
Superman.
Well, shit. I guess not a debate. We can go move on right to the next segment. Wait, does anyone want to talk about why they feel that way?
I mean, I want to say this because we haven't had a great Superman film in such a long time, and we know what Marvel can put out, and we expect things from Marvel already. So Fantastic Four, we knew what we were looking for, and we're like, cool, we got it. Awesome. But Superman was so different. It was so new. It was something that we knew was coming, but it wasn't what we expected at the end. It wasn't the end result. Like, people thought it was just going to be a Superman movie of him coming in, saving the world. It wasn't like that at all. It talked about, him actually doing what's right without, especially the way our world is now. It had a deeper meaning than what Fantastic Four had. I know it was about family and Fantastic Four and keeping one another is very important. But Superman had such an impact on just the world itself. He's an icon for
just
peace.
more memorable moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole different vibe of a movie, and I don't think nothing can beat the love. And I'm not just being a Superman dick writer. Like I said, I love Superman to death, but that movie had such a different feel to than the Fantastic Four did. But like I said, it's new, it's different. It had such a different look on the world than Fantastic Four did.
There's only like 3 main scenes that you can think about. I can think about that's the top of my head, and I can name a list of Superman. Obviously, when they went to space, the scene with Johnny and Silver Surfer going around, and then the ending.
Not so many memorable I can never say that
Memorable
moments in the movie. Well, Superman, you had the harem. You have, him
that's where you went straight to first.
The harem.
Hey, look, I looked at Ray, and that's all I thought about. I was thinking about Ray's harem.
You know it.
But yeah, like he was saying, there's so many iconic moments in Superman. Even that whole scene where they're just talking. Like in Fantastic Four, it felt like it took a while for them to get to the point, which is nothing bad. Every film has that. But with Superman, it felt like you were a part of that conversation. Like he was talking to you, and Lois was talking to you as well. You felt like you were the third person in that room. Fantastic Four, you had to reach for things to catch it. You're kind of like the lost kid in the corner trying to figure out what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I think they were both successful comic book films. I adored every single one of them, or each one of them. But I think Superman was just something so different. It was so visceral. Like Fantastic Four, there are a couple of scenes. I wouldn't say that were memorable. I loved a lot of basically all the movie, but I only really kind of teared up, which to me is what I love from movies when I can cry is when Reed is talking to his son or to Franklin and is saying I hope you don't end up like me. Love that scene, and then obviously Sue's speech. But if it's Superman, there was just so much heart behind every single decision. I'm thinking of to end off with him looking at the montage of his real, the parents who raised him, seeing a Superman so vulnerable. There's just so much more creative choices that were risky and that really hit for me.
One of my takeaways too, that I felt like Thunderbolts, which is a hot take, was a better movie than Fantastic Four. Like I said, I'm a sucker for misfit movies. I like characters getting thrown together that are not supposed to be good. They were once bad.
He loves the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't mind the first one. I like the characters in there. Soundtrack was cool, but I like misfit movies. I've always liked the Suicide Squad movies. I like the Thunderbolts. There's another movie that I was thinking about too. But I like stuff like that. I like when you call it Creature Commandos. I thought that was fucking cool. So I like meaning in my movies. I like a message that helps you overcome a lot of things. So I think that's why Superman was such a great movie for me. It had that hidden message of we're all human, we can fuck up.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four didn't really have a message for me because I don't have a family yet. My friends that I went to go see with have kids. You know what I mean? They're together. That's their family. There's 4 of them. You know what I mean? That's them. I don't have that same connection. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm okay, I don't feel it. With Superman, you want to be that good person. You want to be kind. With Thunderbolts, you feel like you're alone. You don't want to. You need friends to help you support you. So I think I like those movies more than I like Fantastic Four, which is nothing bad. Like I said, it's a great film. I like it because it's cool. But I was yeah, Superman and Thunderbolts, highly was my top two films or comic book movies this year.
One thing I'll say real quick is that I do like Fantastic Four more than the other Marvel movies have been putting out this recently. Because we're gonna get to this next topic of I like how bright Superman was, and also how comic booky it was, and that wasn't realistic. I had all of realism and like dim colors and stuff. As it leads on to our next topic, what we're gonna talk about later, I was doing a reflection of the MCU, and I was like, huh, there's nothing that makes me feel of what made me like of Superman felt of like the whole animated series of like comic bookiness. I think that's why I'm so biased towards Superman.
Yeah, right. Is there anything you wanted to mention regarding this whole conversation before we segue?
He hates all three movies. He hates everything.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm
no,
not.
I
I
think
don't even really fuck with this comic book shit y'all be talking about.
He's like, nerds.
like, what's the real movie here? No, I think they've both kind of said exactly how I felt and viewed it. I think Superman was a better film. I think there was a better message and a meaning behind it. Kind of like what Ephraim was saying, like family, like the dynamic of family, right? Yes, that's great, but not a lot of people have that. And maybe, they could be gearing of like family, like friends, like this, like whatever, this could be a family, whatever. I think, Fantastic Four needed what it needed to do, what it needed to do. Kind of regenerate that kind of hype for them because they've been wanted to come back for so long. But I thought, like I said, Superman was great. It kind of made you want to change your life and kind of be like, all right, like there's a lot of craziness in the world, but what can I do to, outshine that craziness and bring light to a world, So kind of basically what they both said.
And as Matt alluded to, and as we were about to segue into, I can't wait for like 5 years down the road when we can really have like a DCU versus MCU type conversation. I have the entire slate, every single Marvel Cinematic Universe film on the screen right now. We're gonna run through each column.
The
And
Marvels was the last movie before Thunderbolts?
yeah, dude, there was a 2024, we did not get a Marvel movie.
Really? We
That's
didn't?
right.
We
I
No,
didn't
think
get
it was just the
shows?
shows.
just
I think it was
shows.
just the shows.
Yeah, we got a show here and there, but yeah, it went from the Marvels to Thunderbolts, which was I love I like the Marvels. It was to me like Freaky Friday, like a like the most expensive Disney Channel original movie.
Well,
But
we're getting that with Freakier Friday.
There was
yeah,
nothing for DC either, was there?
No,
they're in the middle of their
nothing DC.
transition. I think it was
Yeah.
or it might have been
Damn.
The Lost Kingdom 2023. No, that was
No, it was
2023, yeah.
December, yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna
Damn.
go through
No
each.
wonder Invincible and The Boys and Amazon carried that 2024 year.
Yeah, that's what got us all, well, not invincible so much, but
They,
it got us all cynical and whatnot.
yeah, like the boards is everywhere, especially in WWE programming on the Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The VOT on the briefcase, I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, Homelander, what do you want to talk about? So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to. I have a different list here for all of us and what our picks are, but what MCU movies, if any, are better than 2025 Superman? Just I'm looking through the list. I have a couple, but
I
I would
have a
like
couple
to
too.
start with yeah, how do you want to do this, boys?
We could
That's
just
a
go
good.
down the list and say if we agree or disagree.
For sure. So this
Do
first
we all have
column,
so we all have this one pick of who we think is better. We can say it off the bat, and then we'll go into detail after one by one after that. Like
for
what Matt was
each
saying,
Yeah.
just go off.
Yeah, because I
column.
don't think there'd be much that I don't think there'd be much that we're gonna pick from and argue against because looking at the whole list, I like especially phase 1 and 2, and be like, meh.
No, there's only one that I would say is better than that, and I think y'all might disagree with me, but I mean,
Phase 1, I got like maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, let's
oh, so
let's
we're
go
going
by
by
the
phases.
phases. Let's go by the phases
Okay.
because all right. So I think this phase ends off with the first Avengers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any in this realm that catch
I'm
your eye?
biased towards Iron Man 1. How y'all feel about Iron Man 1?
Um,
I wouldn't say it's better than Superman.
Yeah, it kicks it off, but yeah,
I
nothing.
love it. It's one of my top movies, but it's
It's
I guess I just have to agree.
conversations like this are so tough because you got to put it in context of like it pretty much defined what modern superhero movies are. Like it did so much of the heavy lifting that all the movies since can now capitalize on that. So
You see,
I,
I think the first Avenger did very well for Captain America
hmm
as like his
yeah.
adaptation, but I wouldn't say it's better than Superman. The only movie I think we'd all agree on Phase One, I think we'd say that if would you all say the first Avengers is better than Superman?
I would say so.
Mm,
First Avengers to me is a little, it's aged a little less favorably than
yeah,
some of the other
it's
movies.
camp. It's very campy. The first time seeing it was great. Live action. I mean, seeing it live there was cool. But do I think it's better than Superman? I don't think so. But out of all the Avengers movies, I do think it's my second favorite. But no.
Yeah, I think the only one that comes close is arguable is Iron Man for me, but other than that, I feel like definitively I can't say none of these are better than Superman for me. Um, yeah, so none
Phase
on
Two.
that. Wait, but Matt, did you want to, because I'm keeping a running list for that I'm going to show off later. Did you want to say that Iron Man is on
Yeah,
that
I'll go with
list?
Iron Man.
For
Yeah.
sure. How about Phase Two? I believe that's from Thor or Iron Man 3 to Civil War.
Civil War and Guardians to me.
I might say Civil War. Civil War.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm very torn on the Winter Soldier.
That was a good one too.
Great one. Yeah.
The thing is, I like these are good movies, but don't bring that little kid joy in me that fucking Superman did.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, like to me, Civil War brings that because I remember being so excited to go see that movie when it first
Yeah.
came out because I got to see T'Challa's
Because
Black
Spider-Man.
Panther. Yeah, Spider
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So, and seeing the whole little mini Civil War that they had in the parking lot was pretty cool. So yeah, and then Guardians is that Guardians movie. That's like I said, it's a misfit movie. That's gonna be a biased pick.
I also agree with Guardians just because it's again it's the same thing with Iron Man, but I think it's a little better in terms of the flair that it does it with, but it kind of redefined blockbuster movies in terms of now every movie has to have a needle drop scene. Now every movie
Yeah.
has to have like we've seen so many different versions now of like the team that is outcast, right? Like
Yeah.
the best another great version of it with the Thunderbolts. So to me, and also it's a James Gunn's my introduction to James Gunn, or James Gunn's introduction to me. So I'll just always have a special place in my heart. Like I was playing that Awesome Mix Volume One all summer that summer.
hmm
So
Yeah. So I mean, yeah,
I
my pick
like
Guardians.
Guardians 2 more.
Interesting.
Hmm.
hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but so is that it? Are we going Matt, was there
Yeah.
any for you that goes over on Superman?
Mm, I'm looking at. Mm, I'm heavily debating on Age of Ultron, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay. And then we move on to three, I believe, which is
I got
up until
I got two
Endgame.
already. I
Okay,
got two
what you
already.
got for me, Ray?
I'm gonna take Black Panther and Infinity War.
Okay, then Infinity War. Care to explain why?
I think, kind of seeing the Black Panther movie, it was kind of fun. And then just Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, and Chadwick Boseman, that chemistry, man, it was freaking awesome. Infinity War was the hype, something the MCU was setting up for like years and years, and to kind of see it, and not only see it, but to have them lose too, bro. Like that was like a very shocking moment. I was like, oh shoot, like dang, they actually lost. So I think for those reasons, I think I'm gonna go with that.
I
I
agree
agree
with
with
you
Ray.
on,
I mean,
yeah.
I I would want to say I find more joy in Far From Home than Homecoming.
Yeah, I would say that too.
people hate on that movie like it's the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I like Amazing Spider-Man 2, but people say like, oh, it's the worst Spider-Man movie. But I'm like,
It's
it's a
not.
fantastic film. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't star him in New York, which is fine. We have
And
umpteenth
Jake
movies.
Gyllenhaal as Mysterio was like a perfect cast.
Top five comic book movie villain, in my opinion. In my opinion. How about you, champ? Anything stick out to you?
I mean, I like Black Panther. I liked it. Soundtrack was amazing on there. Kendrick Lamar producing the entire thing.
Don't
I
forget
think
Endgame's part of the same phase.
Yeah.
because was it no way? Far From Home is Phase 4, started Phase 4, right?
Uh,
No, it was Black Widow.
Black Widow, yeah.
Oh, Far From Home, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we're Phase 3. Yeah. I mean, I would just say Infinity War. Infinity, like Ray said, Infinity War was such a great film. I had the hype seeing it, and then having them lose, and just everything. We got to see Josh Brolin as Thanos for the first time. He's so intimidating as Thanos. I mean, when he fucking boxed up Hulk and just knocking his ass down. So yeah, Infinity War is up there. I still think
The
it's
thing,
one of the greatest comic book movies out there.
the thing I find fucked up about Spider-Man, it's weird that Spider-Man, as a whole like character of the MCU, we don't get his origin story really, or the origin story feeling that like, oh, this is Spider-Man until the third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dug that though. I dug the MCU, this version, like we are witnessing his origin story. I do kind of bump into the idea that like didn't Uncle Ben or someone that is apparently he references in Civil War apparently gave him the, oh, if you see someone hurt, you got to go help them. You got to go help the little guy, I think is what he says. And then Aunt May kind of brings it back with the finally saying with great power comes great responsibility. So it's like who gave you the talk, but
Yeah.
I get the
I was,
I get the point, and I thought it was cool when No Way Home, and I was like, oh fuck, this is the origin story. Cool.
No,
I,
you know what I wanted so bad whenever I was theorizing back in the day when when No Way Home was coming out. I wanted it to so badly that whenever Peter saw Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and be like, "You look a lot like my Uncle Ben," and have him be his Uncle Ben in that universe, I think it would have hit a lot more.
Dude, okay, I love that. But since also I thought my theory was coming into the movie because you see I'll say the thing first. I thought Happy Hogan was going to be his Uncle Ben because there's a shot in the trailer
Oh,
where he's in the car and he looks to the left and he sees Sandman and Electro like coming in and
yeah.
then the car blows up or whatever. So the way they cut that in the trailer, I'm like, I mean, if we're talking about not parental figures, but older figures that he gets along with, like Happy Hogan is up there. So it would, and he inspired Tony Stark. Happy Hogan did. So I don't know. That was where I was at. So I was definitely with you in terms of like who's the Uncle Ben of this situation.
I was thinking of like a whole Flash situation, CW Flash, how Jay Garrick is like his dad, but instead of like Spider-Man, it's like Tobey Maguire.
That would have been sick.
Dude.
That'd have been cool. Um, real quick,
Next phase.
I'll just run through mine. I also have Infinity War. I have Endgame in there. Because my God, like all the things the Russo brothers had to juggle to get to land the plane and to create
I,
like the biggest movie up to that time, up to that
I
day.
mean, with Endgame to me, I liked it. Like you said, it was a lot of good things that fit into that movie. I just felt like it heavily relied on a lot of
Cheap pops.
so, yeah, that's the best way to put it. That's I was like, yeah, it's good, but Infinity War just had a different feel. I don't know. That's
I
how I was going through my head back and forth with it. That's why.
I think it was because like we kind of figured they were gonna win, but we didn't know it was gonna be at the sacrifice of Tony. I
Yeah,
think
and I guess that's the biggest moment too. I was like, okay, and then that's why I was like, damn, I don't know. Is it better than Superman? But I don't know. Infinity War had that dark tone and it fit well.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just frame it like this. Endgame is the culmination of everything of this entire all the phases of the MCU up to this point. So it kind of wanted to I enjoyed I respect it for the fan service moments. Like I don't think of fan service as a bad thing. I know people put a negative connotation on that, but man, like
One thing I'll say
it
for
gives
y'all,
you the hits. It gives you the hits, and you're like,
I'm about to be a big hypocrite when we go to Phase 4. That's all I'm gonna say, or Phase
What's
5.
the best for y'all? What's the best like goosebump like theater like I guess like pop moment in the theater? Like what's y'all's ranking and what's the best? Or just say what's the best? Thor landing in Wakanda, Captain America picking up the hammer, Tony
That's a good
snapping,
one.
the portals, or No Way Home, the Spider-Man appearing.
Yeah, I would say the Spider-Man appearing and No Way Home.
My favorite's the hammer. That's like my peak
Hammer.
experience.
Because it's like you see it slowly go up and you're thinking like, no, it can't be. And then when they show it, like, dude,
It completely caught me off guard because I thought Thor was summoning it and he was gonna be like all
yeah.
skinny and shit and become like a god. But when it flew past his head, I was like, huh? And like that shot just kept holding it. I was like,
I
then
mean,
him spinning it.
like I said, I'm gonna be a big hypocrite here, but I did like when you did hear Falcon say on your left, and then they came
Yeah.
out. Like you said, it wasn't a bad scene. I liked it. I thought that was cool. It's just if we're ranking it off, like I'm thinking more analytically about it, I'll probably have to, yeah.
Don't
But that
be
was a
an
bad scene.
for me. Movie is emotion, so I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
love being analytical about movies. I'll add another option: Cap getting Mjolnir. That to me, when you see the hammer wiggle a little bit, I was like,
Dude,
and
yep.
when Cap gets it, my whole theater popped like crazy. In my head, they're doing backflips and somersaults all around the theater because I was like,
Ayo,
that was
or
the
even when
biggest
he said
drug.
or even when he says Avengers Assemble, and we hadn't heard it for a while. There was like Avengers, and it would always cut off. So in that moment, bro, oh
You know,
Mm, mm.
I mean, I think we all can agree is when a rat took Hank Pym, I mean Scotland, out of the dimension he was in. I thought that was a cool pop. That was the one that
When
popped
Mickey
was the rat.
Mouse when Mickey Mouse
Yeah,
himself decided to save Ant-Man out of the quantum realm.
he
that's
said,
it.
"I'm
You son
saving
of
this
a
movie."
bitch. I'm in.
Hey, Chesko. Hey, Chesko.
Oh,
You left the movie on your screen. There, we did get a movie in 2024.
Oh, what did I miss?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
You're right. You're
Ah,
right. Good call. Good catch. Good catch. I will now take my punishment, champ. Go ahead and I don't know, strike me.
you gotta
Ayo.
give me your title back.
Give me oh no. Give me four chair shots to the back to the head, like straight onto the forehead.
Man, I don't
Um,
care what the Trapper Chief says.
um, moving on, phase four, I think, or whatever it is, phase three, just a fantastic phase, just really great. Also, Guardians 2, I think I would say it's on the level of Superman for me. Like I really love Guardians. Also, one thing I want to point out, I'm just looking at the list here. Matt, you currently don't have any MCU movies on your list so far. Did I mess up or is that does that ring true so far?
Of what I think's better than Superman.
Yeah.
Low-key, I'd say Infinity War is probably the only one for me.
Got
Hey,
you.
okay,
Put that
okay.
on there. And now we move on to post Endgame, which I think we'll be able to breeze through. Is there anything in for you guys that comes up?
Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's the easy one.
Yeah.
Like I said when I said about Endgame, I was like, I'm gonna be a hypocrite, but seeing the cheap spots of Spider-Man coming in, but even then having all of Spider-Man talk to him after losing Aunt May was such a great scene to bring out who Spider-Man is and who he's supposed to become later in the comics.
Find Peter
So I
Parker.
mean,
Clever writing, man. Find Peter Parker, and it's a
mm-hmm.
different Peter Parker. Beautiful done, beautifully done.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. Like, but to me, that movie holds a special place in my heart. 2021 December was such a great era of just feeling
the
things
hype.
and the
Yep.
hype and then wondering, and it just felt like Christmas time with Spider Man.
Fuck, that
So
was a
like,
bad stretch.
Yeah. Are
I'm
you
looking
saying
at the movies
personally?
and I'm like, just like after Spider-Man Far From Home, you go Black Widow and you're like, nah, it was okay. And then you go Shang-Chi, you're like, oh, that was like decent, like it's great. Kernels, nah. Then you go, oh, No Way Home. What really did fucked it up was Multiverse of Madness.
mm-hmm. No, another one too I'll put on my list is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because
Yeah.
Rocket's backstory and everything about it, Creed being played over the radio, you know, the
The attention to
Guardians.
detail too, of like
Hmm.
how it was just of this Nebula and Rocket who were just together for like 5 years and nobody else. And then whenever Nebula hears Rocket speak that he's fine, he like breaks down.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
No,
I
do you know what's on my list of what I think is also good? I don't know if you're gonna count it, Chesco, but the Christmas special.
oh, that Christmas special,
Ooh,
that was
that was
such,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's 8 chair shots, I believe now. And it also provided a really good like story in terms of like, yeah, you're right. Mantis is Quill's brother. Like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have put that together, but she is his half brother. So yeah,
And
really loved
a,
the
a,
shit out of that.
I'm
a scene
also
that
just a
got me
sucker for
too.
Dave Batista screen time.
Yeah, it was pretty good in that. But a scene that got me into that was when Star Lord's kind of mourning the loss of Rocket. When he's screaming and he's doing everything he
Oh,
can to bring him back, bringing his buddy back.
yeah.
So you're kind of like, damn, these two had such a rocky history at the start of the trilogy, and seeing how like it ends up with them two. You know what I mean? And even them carrying Star Lord into the after being plastered drunk back into his bed, like that's this is great.
Yeah.
Like it's just James Gunn, guys. It's hard to not love a James Gunn movie.
yeah.
Holy shit.
I got a hot take. To me, he is on in terms of comic book filmmaking, he is on the level of Christopher Nolan. I know they're two very different filmmakers, but in terms of like the quality of films that they've made, James Gunn to me is like in that cream of the crop. Maybe I would just more accurately maybe say he's in a league of his own, but that's just like that's like the conversation I have him in. Like he's just
I
I pledge my
just
life to him.
I gave myself I just gave myself like a midlife crisis. I was like just like what the fuck? I realized that the MCU is gonna be turning 20 soon.
Fuck.
And Infinity War was the 10-year anniversary, so I'm just like, wait.
Did y'all
Dang.
remember when the shirts were being sold at movie theaters, like the 10-year anniversary shirts?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that shirt so fucking bad.
Now it's gonna be 20.
I know, like I want to. When that shirt comes out, I'll be first in line to get that shirt. Because damn,
20
Ray,
fucking
did you
years,
pick
man.
already for yours?
I would have to say Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think, it was such a great way to kind of end the trilogy for the Guardians. And obviously, kind of Ephraim said, them playing the acoustic version of Creep, the ending, Dog Days Are Over, Florence and the Machine. That was like a perfect bow tie to end it. And obviously, like kind of seeing Star-Lord go back to Earth and kind of rekindle, I think, with his dad, if I'm right, because it's been a while. Yeah, like you said, James Gunn, you can't beat that. That like comic book wise, only a few directors you could count on. James Gunn is one of them.
Now, quick question. Does Thor Love and Thunder get there?
No.
No,
No, not
no.
even close.
Oh
This
my
should have
god,
just been deleted. This
it
should have been
was
deleted.
so fucking horrible. The
I
screaming
had
goats is all I hear. The screaming
I had
fucking
s-
goats.
I had so much hype going into the movie. It was like all like the whole like 80s aesthetic of Thor and shit. And I was like,
Look at this logo. Look at that logo. That looks so sick. But nah, we wouldn't say we want
Thank,
to. What's up?
thank you, Taika Waititi. Thank you,
You know what's funny too? That guy can make such good movies per
Jojo
comic.
Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit, What We Do in the Shadows, Thor Ragnarok, like those are all great films.
he just
And then he
overdid it
just
with the comedy because he was like, oh, the
Yeah.
third one of comedy is what worked for Ragnarok. And he's like, well, let me just add more.
Because I know there was a lot of problems. Even Chris Hemsworth didn't really like it for a while. That there's always something going on. Because I remember they were always reporting something when it was being made, and it was just like, well,
You know what should be there instead of Thor, which I'm just thinking about right now? That should be Blade.
Yeah, but they literally made Blade with Sinners. Like that movie is like I don't know if you guys read this, but they literally took set or
yeah,
costumes from what was gonna be Blade to Sinners, and they're like, all right, well, Here you fucking go. You want your Blade movie? Here you go. It's fantastic, you know.
And Sinners are so fucking good. Like,
Oh,
have Ryan Coogler direct Blade. Like, just give me Michael B. Jordan as Blade. I don't even care. Like, I want Michael B. Jordan as Blade.
just
Nah,
make it
Mahershala
canon.
Ali's pretty good.
Just make it.
Just make it
Yeah,
canon.
he's good.
Mm.
Just put Sinners in the MCU. Just make it canon. The way that James Gunn is
Confirmed.
on his Peacemaker podcast, he's just saying like, "This is canon. This is canon. This is canon." Just Kevin Feige, just hop up on Instagram, and be like, "Yeah, Sinners is canon now. Welcome Michael B. Jordan to the MCU again." Um, so yeah, yeah. Is there So other than that,
And the latest
there's
one.
yeah. Obviously, we get into the
I
Marvels,
mean,
Thunderbolts,
they
Fantastic Four.
could go there. They very much could go there if they're restarting the MCU and just resetting everything. I mean, T'Challa is not even going to be the same T'Challa.
Yeah.
And Blade, the way it just keeps getting delayed. They could just be like, oh, just transfer Michael B. Jordan over here and just.
Like I said, they're doing variants of different characters. I mean, different version of Doctor Doom is Iron Man. Why not have someone that was once a villain and Killmonger as Blade? Like, it's right there. It's right there, guys. Pull the trigger. Come
You know
on,
what's
MCU.
crazy? What's crazy is that Fantastic Four was announced in 2020 with the whole blue screen and four logo.
Wow.
Bro's just calling us unks at this point.
I know.
I know.
Guys, let's declare now on this podcast, Unk is a derogatory slur. I will not accept the use of that word with regards to us in particular, because my God, someone called me OG and I was texting someone and he was like, appreciate you, OG. I'm like, don't call me, don't say that.
Look,
Please don't
you
say
could call
that.
me. You could call me uncle unless I'm banging your hot ass aunt. So I'm cool with that.
There's other movies that are on the board. I'm just going to say my take. I don't see them on par with Superman, but movies that I see that are outside of the MCU that are on par or greater, I'd say Spider-Man 1 and 2, Tobey Maguire, preferably Spider-Man 2, and Logan and
Oh, yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are great films. I mean,
Across
Lego
the
Batman.
Spider-Verse too. Lego Batman.
oh, the Batman is on par too.
Lego. Oh,
That movie, 3 hours long. I forgot how long that movie is.
I was saying Lego Batman.
Oh, Lego Batman? Yeah, that's a good one.
Peak, bro. Peak, bro.
No.
I think Thunderbolts is just the opposite of Superman, just in terms of like more depressing, but it's still good. Like Superman's like the bright, how can I change? Thunderbolts is dealing with the emotions, how to
Yeah, I
figure
would
out
say
that start of change.
that's beautifully put. Yeah, Thunderbolts meets you where you're at. Superman shows you what you can be, which
Right.
Exactly.
that's a great
Honestly,
doubleheader.
I'm going to say right here, if they can make the next Batman movie, not Robert Pattinson, but like the Brave and the Bold of what they're doing, like if they can make it as comic booky as they did with Superman, I think I might prefer that than the Batman.
No.
Look,
Yeah.
we don't know who is directing the Brave and the Bold.
Andrew
It was
Muschietti,
original.
I think.
No, not anymore.
Oh, no? Oh, dang.
Is there a filmmaker you guys have in mind? Just fantasy booking the director for
Christopher Nolan. Confirmed.
Just have James Gunn just direct the entire first phase.
Yeah, have him,
Honestly, why not?
Just have him do it, man. The soundtracks for every movie is gonna be crazy.
I'll give you someone put this on Twitter and I was like, ooh, that's sexy. Is just because James Gunn was complimenting, he said that he was talking to this director on the premiere of Superman, Ryan Coogler for Batman. I think Ryan Coogler's Brave and Bold just sounds sexy to me, so I would love that. But I think he's done with big popcorn movies for a bit. I think he wants to make more personal movies. So yeah.
Hey, look, look, I'm gonna throw a random ass director's name in here. And I want you to think about the villain that he's gonna put in this movie. Jordan Peele.
I would love him for Clayface, I think. But I could also see
Clayface would be a
Batman.
good pick. I can see
see
Batman, but have him do a Scarecrow as the villain.
Oh, that would.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Think about how that would work with Jordan Peele's touch.
Or like a Two-Face kind of?
Or Two-Face, yeah.
Like if
Something
Yeah.
something with a psychological take on Batman's, what he went through in the alley and stuff like that.
Because
Shit.
I believe Clayface is coming out first. So I would love if Clayface was obviously good, and then we kind of see him now that we've seen him seen the movie from his lens. Now we shift to him being the antagonist with Scarecrow, and we have that like paranoia of Scarecrow plus the fact that Clayface can literally be anyone you love with Jordan Peele. I almost said Jordan Poole there, but
The
that's not the same.
the Riddler could be interesting too.
But
You got
I don't think they'll pull the trigger on the Riddler because the Batman took him already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they will make their own. They want to use their own Batman villains in their own universe. Now, I'm not saying it's not out of possibility, but that's the only reason I'm like it could work, but I just don't see it with
Yeah.
how the because I think the Batman 2 is probably going to be Mr. Freeze.
We need that,
nah,
bro.
with Jordan Peele, I'd say also give me the Court of Owls or what's it called?
Ooh, that's
Maybe
a good one too.
Hush or
Hush. Yep.
what's the doctor's name?
Hugo
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doctor Hugo. Yeah,
with Dave
Hugo
Bautista.
Strange.
Dave Bautista as Hugo Strange.
Yeah,
hmm
especially the way he looks now too, man. People,
Thinner.
people wanted him as Bane before, but I don't think he's playing Bane.
Not anytime soon.
No, I want him playing a more cerebral character. And then come out
Dribble. That's not him.
randomly in the third act, hit Batman with a Bautista bomb. That would do it for me. That would do it for me.
Guys, it's obviously Gunther gonna be Bane. It's been confirmed already.
Bane hit him
Something Bane.
with the
With
with that what's it called?
the chop.
No. With his theme song. What did Roxanne say? Gunther's theme song? Baby
Baby
Shark. Do,
Shark.
do, 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 do. Anyways, I'm gonna cut to I think we're all wrapped up with the MCU movies. I'm gonna show y'all the final list and we'll confirm whether or not this is the accurate uh list here. So MCU movies better than soups. Ray has Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Matt has just Infinity War. Champ has Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, No Way Home, and Guardians 3. I have Civil War, Guardians 3, Infinity War, Endgame, and Guardians 3. So does that sound, first of all, does that sound right to you guys? Does that
Yeah.
did I miss anything?
If you had to put internals in there, I'm just kidding.
You forgot to put that scene in there from Eternals.
Just the scene. I love how we all know what we're talking about. I remember my brother was just saying like, "Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Like I like her." And then the very next scene was I'm like, welcome to the cuck chair, my man." But yeah, Matt,
I
sorry?
I remember they made a big deal out of that. They're like, it's gonna be the first sex scene, and you're like, oh dang, and it wasn't even like it was PG. I'm like, come on now. But like I think it was the first one in the
Iron Man 1
MCU.
was pretty raunchy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Guys, I wanna kick it into gear here. I feel like we're
This is a long pod.
it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be one of those 3 hour ones. Let's get the energy back up because I know y'all have some very, very passionate thoughts about WWE Unreal. Obviously, the Netflix documentary series is basically meant to be their quarterback, their F1. Their what's it called? What's the NBA one, Ray? The one where they follow like
Oh,
LeBron and KD and Jimmy
oh,
Butler.
it's not called Superstar, is it? It's like something.
Yeah,
Let me see.
like those day in the life where you follow the behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
And but with wrestling, it's something a little bit more sacred because the whole point is that there is a curtain and you're not supposed to go backstage. And
I'll
so
make it clear. I'm not showing like any of my future children Unreal or anything. I'm making them believe as much as they can forever until like they just find out.
what are y'all's thoughts on WWE Unreal? And did it feel like it went too deep, not deep enough for your liking? Favorite parts, wherever y'all want to take the discussion.
I really liked it. I've always, especially kind of being, I guess, a newer fan, this was kind of some like I've heard, of course, it took me a while to understand kind of the terms and all that they've used. So kind of seeing the behind the scenes is always something I'm interested in. Kind of saying like, how did we get this set up or how did this come to be, you know? So kind of seeing the process of, how we kind of opened up the show, Jey Uso winning the Rumble, how Cena turning heel, things like that. Yeah, it takes away from the magic, but it's like when we look back, we're like, it was that moment where it could either A, break what the WWE is or make the WWE. I really love the women's episode, kind of seeing everybody with Chelsea, Bianca, and of course we see
Yeah,
them. We kind of see them kind of off when they're not wrestling, their persona, how they are. Even with Rhea, kind of seeing like she said it before, she kind of suffers with like anxiety, so kind of seeing those moments, like dang, like a superstar that everybody loves she has that anxiety and she's just like one of us. I also love the WrestleMania episode where they're setting it up, mainly the night one, where CM Punk. I was like, Punkster, don't cry. You're gonna get me crying here, bro. Just kind of seeing like that emotion of CM Punk getting his first ever main event at WrestleMania, and like at the end, he's like, "Don't tell anybody, or don't let anybody tell you your dream is impossible. The impossible." I forgot what he says on the second part. The impossible is possible, or something
It's
like
just
that.
yeah, the impossible is just something to do.
Right. And like, dude, like just seeing him like take it in, like I did it. Like after everything, the 10-year gap when he was in the other company, like now he is back in the WWE. I thought it was fantastic. I think they teased more episodes are gonna come out next year, whether that's around that time of uh WrestleMania or even setting up for SummerSlam, which if that's the case, a lot has happened since WrestleMania to SummerSlam. So it'd be kind of interesting to kind of see like how do they pivot, and especially the scenario of Seth Rollins getting hurt, or if he is hurt, like playing that. So I thought it was great. Of course, like you said, you kind of lose the magic because you're like, dude, like everything that I've told or I've known about wrestling, now they're just letting everybody see it and like being like, all right, this is us, like taking off the costume, like kind of showing the identity. But I thought it was a fun watch, interesting watch, and I was like, I can't wait to see what else. Now I'm gonna be thinking like, I wonder how they came up with that decision, or like, why did they go there? Start thinking like the business.
I like it how Rhea Ripley is just kind of like full Pablo Dog Winter Soldier mode. When every time she hears the music, she's just like
Yeah,
ready to go. My problem is I didn't like how much they promoted it because like yeah, obviously the kids or people that want to believe like, oh, what's that? For example, one thing I'll give it is that I really like how I'm glad Chelsea got a full episode,
oh yeah,
and I really the I'll say this, the quality of Unreal, like just like the HD and like how it looked on like my television, it looked very crisp and like beautifully shot. But then the another scene I really liked was whenever Triple H was able to have John Cena stop with his bullshit. It's been like, yo, take out the bullshit cap, dog. Like, what is it that you want? And like, what's your true opinion of this? But I do feel like this also ruins other promotions like TNA, AEW, of all breaking like whole kayfabe ways. Because I didn't even like it when The Rock did it during the press conference after Elimination Chamber. I don't know. I enjoyed the series overall, but I don't like how much the kayfabe was shown. But I did enjoy the John Cena heel episode. It gave me goosebumps of like reliving it all with the intense music of like all like what was it like working that day of like camera shot, and for the people that didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick before Champ goes, Matt, you said something about a time machine. If you could
You
tell the
see,
K&C
me and
universe.
Ephraim, me and Ephraim, we disagree on a lot of things, but every now and then we come together for a good reason. So once there's a time machine involved, me and Ephraim are going back in time and making sure that Michael Hayes goes and does work sick that day and calls in. The Yeet Man will not win the 2025 Royal Rumble.
crazy.
We're punching Michael Hayes as soon as we fucking see him on the street. Like, hey, come here. Bah! Just MJF for the ring and everything.
We're going to get some laxatives and put in his drink, and so he's just out of the meeting.
So when
God,
someone Triple H is like, who should win the Rumble? Oh, Punk. It should stay CM Punk.
Because that old title card, the old match card for WrestleMania
Or
looked
way better.
good as
Yeah.
hell.
It would have been crazy to see.
Champ, I'm curious. I'm very curious about you, Champ, our beloved Kayfabe and Show champion. Your opinion holds a lot of weight around here, so I would love to hear
No, it
your
doesn't.
thoughts on.
It doesn't.
Man,
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
anyways,
Your clock and sheet. There's a couple empty grids there, Ray Carter. So
What are you talking about?
there's
What are
a
you
co-
talking
Oh,
about?
I'll pull up episode numbers if you want episode numbers. But right now, Champ, sorry.
sorry,
Oh
part
God.
timer. It's a really bad cough I've been having. I don't know. It comes out once in a while. No, I mean, like Matt said, it was a great series. I felt like the coolest parts of it was the shots of them kind of transitioning. So like when Roman would do a spear, or like when Bronson will come in and do a spear of his own. Like I don't know if y'all caught that when they did
That
the certain
Royal Rumble
cuts.
shot.
Yeah, like they were doing it. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, all right, that's badass. But like, it's always a tricky subject when people talk about breaking kayfabe and going behind the curtain and going beyond it. It's always very tricky. So seeing it and actually looking at these wrestlers, interacting, like there's moments where I saw Liv and Rhea talk,
Oh
which
yeah.
are kind of like, whoa, okay, that's a little weird. But it's not something that I'm not like, it's taboo to me because I've seen it before on, of course, the network and Peacock when they used to have the big old behind the scenes of WrestleMania 39, 38, or 37, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes of like that. And I will see wrestlers talk to each other beyond that point. I was like, okay, cool. So that's when my moment of kayfabe broke in that day. And they used to show those. But also, I saw a lot of Triple H not showing too much of the business. He showed a little bit of what the camera sees and the gorilla, but it wasn't much of telling everything. Now, I know there's still tricks that he hasn't shown us, which they'll probably like deep dive in the next part of the season. But I
They
know
didn't record any of the Zoom meetings.
yeah, so like stuff like that. There's a lot of things that they try to hide as well, which I felt. So that's why I'm like so 50-50. Yes, it's taboo to do that. It breaks character, but we also know as a wrestling fan that a good thing to tell people is like, no, they're not actually fighting. It's just, it's a character, it's a story. It's is it a novella for men on TV for us? That's the way I used to say it to people. They're like, oh, they're not really like enemies. No, it's just character work. That's what they're doing. It's just live theater. It's what
They
they're
make
doing.
it so believable though, especially whenever they're talking like Chris Van Fleet or Impulsive, like they're like, oh yeah, that guy, I don't like that guy. Especially anytime Seth Rollins or Punk talk about each other, or anytime they're like
Yeah,
next to an influencer and do a YouTube video or something.
yeah. And that's the hard part too. Saying like, yeah, maybe they don't like each other. So seeing them Punk and Rollins chop it up at Chamber, maybe it's just them being cordial because they know cameras on, and they don't want to be like, oh fuck this guy, da da da. You know what I mean? Maybe they see different political. I mean, not political views. Don't want to get that. But they don't want to get into their aspect of what they, like, again, you and a coworker, every time you don't like this person, you're not going to go tell them every day, fuck you every day. It's going to be like, I'm going to try to work with this dude to make something that happen. So my job is easier at the end of the day. So I think that's the reason why a lot of things happen. So again, I don't think it's too taboo, but again,
I mean, things I like seeing is I like seeing like how Triple H is like, hey yo, being Roger, like yo, you're fumbling the ball here, and like you don't have to win at WrestleMania, or even whenever Charlotte kind of like mess up the promo with Tiffany Stratton and be like, you were going in kind of business for yourself and taking too much of a limelight, not giving Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then him getting mad at Tiffany for taking that line. So it's cool seeing stuff like that. And I see why people like I said, my issue was seeing Rhea and Liv talk. But again,
what line did he get mad at for Tiffy? Was
the
it the
old
marriage
The
three.
divorce. Yeah, the 03.
Yeah.
So it's always it's dicey with me because I get like what Chesco said a while
That's
ago.
unfair.
Well, for her getting in trouble, right?
Because Punk and I mean, like The Rock can say whatever you want. Punk and Rollins, whenever they did the last Raw before on Netflix, or even like Cena, like saying like, "Oh, like I'm not a babyface or a heel," like, bro, come on.
I don't know. It's like I said, it's very dicey in that world. So seeing it behind the curtain is kind of crazy. But I don't see it as taboo as the rest of the world does. I think it's cool. It makes more people get eyes on the business. But like I said, that's my only issue with it. So, like I said, Jessica, you said I'm always defending the Fed in some aspect of it. So I think that's the most truth I can be. Is I kind of look at it both sides and both angles.
I think now I'm gonna be watching it as an eyes of a fan anymore. I'm just gonna be watching it the head mindset as a producer. Like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I think too, with like I said before, when Peacock and the network had those little episodes on Mania, like behind the scenes, and I used to watch those like every day when they came out.
The
Like
day
that's
of.
what, yeah, the day of is what broke it for me. That's when I started thinking differently about wrestling. I was like, okay, we could do it like this, or they could have done it like that. Ever since that day, my mind has changed. So I think that's why it's not such a big shock to me now.
Yeah, and to kind of tack on to Jolly Hop off of what Ephraim said, not only get casual viewers to check out the product, but also to admire how much work that goes into the product is, I think, like
Mm-hmm.
as much as I'm a big Star Wars nerd, love Star Wars as much as I love the movies. I also love the shit out of watching these like 2 hour long featurettes where they're showing Georgia Lucas just like, hmm, like he's just looking at a whole chart of concept art and he's like, I'm gonna go with this one. And you're just like, what the fuck? That's how this all gets
I can tell
done?
you probably would love these too. Are you a sucker also, Jessica, for audio commentary where like directors or like the actors, like whenever you get the bonus track on
Oh
movies?
yeah, I mean Ben Affleck for Armageddon is iconic, where he's just like, "What the fuck is this movie?" And, like he's like just ripping into the movie that he watches. Yeah, I love a good audio commentary. Um,
I, I I
yeah,
want to say this real quick though. I feel like all four of us have director minds, and we all have in process of making our own stories, and that's why we work so well together. You know what I mean? And it's not getting any weirdly or being emotional or anything like that. But we all have that sense of how will we do it? How will we take this project? And I feel like that's why, Matt said, like Jessica, you like those director commentaries. Like I'm the same way. I'll watch those and listen. Like, okay, that's how they do it. That's the decision they made instead of this. Like I love those behind the scenes stuff as well as you do. So I think we
yeah,
have that mindset of like we want to figure out the end, the behind the scenes. So when it's our turn, we have a basis to go off of.
yeah. And also, I think for me, it was very fascinating as a fairly new fan because I've kind of mind fucked myself multiple times into thinking like, oh, Rhea took 6 months off. It was a work because she knew, she had her secret wedding. She wanted to have her wedding in and her honeymoon. No, she actually did just get her shoulder fucked up, and she even shows the thing. And so, I think there is still aspects where I'm still confuddled by what the fuck went on. Like Jay, oh, what you brought it up, Matt, was Jay, yeah, there was a clip that came out. I'm gonna put the rocket on your ass. I don't want you to let me
I
down.
know. I
I
was
want
like,
to make
hey,
sure.
yo, hold on.
And then yeah. I'm like the Walter White meme where he's like, no, Jesse, no. And then cut to him being like, so obviously we kind of just babied him into thinking that he's like the guy now. Do we double back on it? Do we tell him like, all right, result of WrestleMania isn't locked and key? And you're just like, that was like, I don't know, just stuff like that is so fascinating. Is like the inner workings, and as Ephraim mentioned, yeah, like
Nah,
being in the
I
creative
had
chair.
I had laugh when when Jay goes into security. And he's like, "Who are you?" Uso. He's like, "I'm here. I got Mark Henry and the other talent." And he's like, "Jay Uso." Mark Henry's behind me. He can verify.
He went,
And he's look.
"Zoo."
Yeah. I was like,
We gotta
"Dang,
go.
man."
But no, yeah, I also, I think we mentioned it a couple times, but I do want to just say like, yeah, the whole Chelsea Green leg drop versus Unprettier
Yeah.
debate, super cool. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
I think too, it feels nice knowing that I'm not trying to get a big head or anything like this, but it's nice knowing that wrestlers see it through a fan's perspective as well, like Chelsea Green. Like I think we all are here are all big Chelsea Green fans. Like
Yeah.
like seeing
Say it
her
right.
because
Say it right.
oh I can I do it? Can I do it that high? Chelsea Green. I can't do it.
No, you
Maybe I
nailed it.
can.
You nailed
Chelsea
it.
Green. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Bro,
That's Samantha Irving type.
how do you
No,
think I felt from whenever I did her workout for my workout series and I did her name as the intro the same way?
oh yeah, I forgot you did that. Yeah, yeah. How high did you have to go? Did you go like really high?
I struggled.
Can we get a
Yeah, that's the
flavor of it
hard
right now?
part. Right?
Can we get a
Come on, man.
I got somebody sleeping next to me. I can't.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Respect.
Um, but like I said, the reason why I think I go so high is because like there's a lead singer that we go visit on this bar I go to, Thirsty Horse. They're part of a band called Starseed. But his name is Jordan. Cool ass guy. Shout out to Jordan. But I always chop it up when he's done doing his first set or whatever. He comes down. He goes, Ephraim, how high can you get on this song? I'll go like super high, and he's like, man, I wish I had that. I know I want to go that high with my voice, but I just can't. So he's a cool ass guy. So we always chop it up at the end of the sets. But doing that remind me of that. But like I said, seeing Chelsea Green fight for her move to, do the unprettier at the end to make it so cool, she sees it through a fan's perspective, and it just makes me love her more as a wrestler. Like, dude, like I want to be part of the Secret Harvest, like that bad now, because I don't know, it was super nice seeing her do what she needed to do for her character.
Also,
Not even that. She's gotten fucked over a lot in her hometown of Money in the Bank, and then not her winning the belt at Survivor Series, and then she wasn't even featured on Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
also, the ending of episode 1, the weekend playing in the background, the anticipation building up, like this ride. Let's get on it, man. Let's see where it
How does it
goes,
always come back to the weekend with Ray? It's like,
bro. Because it's
yeah,
freaking peak, bro. Because I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting them to
I
exactly.
wasn't either, but you know what I liked more? It's clobbering time.
Dude. Yep.
yeah.
Also using I don't know if you have any J. Cole fans, but J. Cole's KOD song
Yep.
for
Yep.
Yes.
Bianca
Yeah.
Belair. Some great
Bianca.
needle drops. Some great needle drops on this.
I said, who put this together? I was like, that's good.
Also,
KOG, I was like, ah.
also, we've heard this reputation from Cody being like being politician in the back, and you kind of saw a little bit of that, not in like a Hulk Hogan that doesn't work for me, but in terms of like him trying to get on Raw on Netflix,
Yeah.
where you actually hear him. He said that he pitched him saving John Cena from like it would have been like six heels, and they just said like, oh, we don't have six heels right now. We were going to send the Judgment Day. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, and that would have been really cool. Like you said, Ephraim, like these wrestlers do come at it from a fan perspective, and I think I was thinking like, it was such a weird way that they implemented Cody into that Raw Netflix episode debut, where it's like The Rock comes out and he's like, "Hey, Cody," like it just made Cody look so weak, in my opinion. And
He's just stroking Cody. That's pretty much it on Rock. Like that's how, like, I don't know. So that
I
point
hate the
that
whole
still
breaking
bothers me.
kayfabe thing too. Whenever The Rock went on his Instagram live and they just started drinking, and
that was
the
weird.
Yeah.
Rock the
That was
Rock
weird.
also got behind the wheel, and
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
I
know.
hated
Like
that.
it's a
the
great
Rock
series.
condones drinking and driving.
Oh my god. I told you guys he's a horrible human being. No one believes me.
Should we
Yeah,
get to the?
I
Should we get?
hated seeing any moment of Travis Scott on that Unreal. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
what did he say before he left? I need to quit the rap game and do this full time.
he did
Like
he
ain't
was
not.
really
nobody.
just cloud chasing that entire thing. Picked up the
Yeah.
WWE wave.
I was
wait,
like, no one wants your earlobe, bro. Go back to fuck it, I hate that dude.
what Ray just did just now, I wish they did. Or it's like, oh my God, I need to quit the rapping business. I'm a full timer, and
He did
like
not.
fade to black. Yeah, he did not. Yeah, fuck Travis Scott. Um, fuck that WrestleMania 41 main event. They tried to like finesse it. I love how they tried to finesse it, where it's like, it's what it needed to be. It's what it needed to be. Like, like we just needed to
Yes.
get on the other side of the story. And I found that level of like copium very relatable and very what do you call it? Amusing. Just kind of like, okay, like, y'all tell yourself whatever y'all need to hear. But with that said, Unreal, I think that's going to wrap up our discussion on that because we've got a championship to fight for, guys. Of course, hold on. Before I get too far into this conversation, I want to just set the scene here.
You can't play music. We're getting copyrighted. Oh,
No, no,
okay.
no, 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 no. The visuals. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting copyrighted. Hell no. Next week, well, this week, we have made the picks. We're going to reveal
Ray,
them.
raise hands. The little. I
Squabble
could do
up.
this all day.
It's a gentleman's game. Put your dukes up. I was giving a lot of these in the chat, but we have our Kayfabe and Chill multiversal title, a fatal foursome, for the title, and it's super exciting, guys. I'm very excited to see who comes out on top, and whoever comes out on top is the person that gets the most predictions correct. And I'm going to show you the guys who we ended up picking. Here's what we're working with right now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but
I cannot. I'm blind.
Yeah, if you could zoom in.
Not now, Ray the Champ speaking.
Shut up.
Shut up.
so just to kind of go over the rules real quick, and then we'll very quickly run through the matches, and I'll just kind of run through who had different picks, who all that stuff, where we all lined up the same. But basically, we all made our picks throughout the week. This episode, as we're recording, this recording session is the last chance to change your picks or add to it, because as you can see here, we have additional slots for free points. How we said was for multi-man matches and for tag team matches, you can guess who. It's optional. You can guess who gets pinned for an extra point. However, you can see the stipulation here. If you get the match winner right and you get the pin wrong, whoever got pinned wrong, you get 0 points. And then if you get both the match winner and the pin wrong, you get -1. And yeah, obviously you get +2 if you get both the match winner and the pin right. So high roller, you're kind of gambling here, but that's what makes this shit so fun. And we have one last slot here for a wild storyline prediction if you want to predict the swerve. And I will give time for, as of right now, it's just me and Matt that have a storyline pick. We'll have chances to sort of describe what we see happening. And yeah, we'll go from there. So with that said, we'll quickly go through the card. I did find it interesting here. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, main event night 2. Everyone went with Cena. Card subject to change, obviously. And I went with Cody. Ray, real quick, tell me why Cena.
I just think it makes sense. Right now, we're kind of seeing a Cena who's slowly turning to a babyface. And I think this will be a great way to kind of redeem WrestleMania main event night 2. Um, I just I think this is his last title defense before he loses it. Maybe he does, maybe Cody does pull it off and we see him turn heel, but for right now, I think give Cena one last run with the title defense, and after that, have him turn.
Sick. Yeah. So real quick, my reason for going with Cody is because it kind of leads into my storyline prediction here, which I'm gambling for an extra point on. Is that I do think I think we're getting the double turn. I think it's time for the double
That's what I
turn.
think.
It's
Yeah.
Bret Hart and Stone Cold. I think how we do it. And again, I'm gambling here, so this is like, I'm potentially putting my chance at the title on the line here. Is I do think I'm holding out hope. Is literally the last little bit of hope I have that the final boss does come out. I think he starts doing his thing. The Rock did mention like, oh, it's just business with me and Cena. It's not like the soul thing. So I do think Rock is going to come out. He's going to be like, hey, Cody, huh? What you think? Cena, we all think Cena's still with Rock. And I think Cody and Cena team up on the Rock, a little bit of physicality. They get him out the ring, they hit him with their finisher or whatever. And you're like, wow, Cody and Cena on the same team. And then Cody will hit him with the low blow or the title shot, whichever one. It is a street fight. So I do think that is how we
So
get
Frisco, there's
to.
flaw. There's a flaw in your logic.
Yeah, what's up?
You forgot The Rock's contract. He ain't taking equal bumps.
All right, right. That's right. We're doing Fast and Furious booking here. Um, Okay, yeah, fuck. Oh, I already locked in my guess. So I'm still rocking with my boy Cody Rhodes. I think we go into the heel turn, and I think a new story begins. So that's where I'm at with that. Um, then we get into Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. We all went Jade across the board. I think we all think it's time for Tiffany to drop the belt. It is no longer Tiffy time. Now we get into RK Roll and Drew McIntyre, or versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Just to let you know, I will be changing my pick right now. But yeah, so RK Roll, what have we thought about the whole RK Roll build?
That sucks. I hate it. I do not like any of it.
It's enjoyable, but it's whatever. A blow off. As long as Drew McIntyre doesn't take the pin, I'm making a public statement. If Drew McIntyre takes the pin, I'm quitting TNT.
Oh.
Ooh, everything's
Wow.
on the line.
If he takes it by Jelly Roll.
Less one competitor for my championship belt.
Dang.
If Randy pins Drew, it's fine. But if he gets pinned by Jelly Roll,
You know what?
Who did I pick on that one? I'm trying to see.
You picked RK
You picked
Roll.
RK.
And
Okay.
I did notice, Champ, you're going with a strategy here. No gambling picks. No, you're not rolling high. You're playing it safe on this go around.
Yep, Champ's got to figure out how he's just gonna go basic and dry like he's always done his entire life. Just vanilla ice cream all the way through.
Oh, you're missionary.
Missionary every night.
So I did just change my pick. I went Drew and Logan just because everyone's been hyping up Jelly Roll. They're saying, oh, he's not like every other wrestler. And I just thought of Stephen Amell, his interview with Chris Van Vliet, where he was like, I think it was for All In. He was like, Christopher Daniels, you go over clean. And I'm thinking with the way they've been talking respectfully about Jelly Roll and saying like, no, guys, he's not like like Travis Scott. Shout out to Triple H for shooting on Travis silently. I think maybe RK Roll, maybe Jelly Roll. He said, you know what? Y'all go over. Drew needs to win. Logan, could use a win. I think I'm changing my pick. I think Drew and Logan go over. I don't know how much it helps either of them, but I think it'll just be a fun time. Gunther, CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think we can all agree the build was rushed, quite rushed.
Yeah.
But right now I have CM Punk for Ray and myself. Ephraim went with Gunther and Matt. I have here Seth cashes in, but I forget if you mentioned who Seth cashes in on the Universal, the
I have
World
Seth. I just have Seth coming out as champion of the match.
of this match, not the Universal.
Yeah, of the heavyweight.
So you
Gotcha.
think he'll make it a triple threat?
No, I think that Seth is just gonna walk out with the championship. I'm thinking that Seth is gonna do everything that he can because he stated that he doesn't care what he has to do. His dying wish is that CM Punk won't be a WWE champion.
You're gonna get Seth walking in on crutches to cash in, hit a little stomp with his boot.
You
I
see,
think so.
I had the same pick for Matt. Well, I thought I had the same pick, but then I thought about it and the overarching story of Rollins he's gonna be that last opponent for Cena, so I don't think he'll cash in on Punk. So I think Gunther will destroy Punk, which hurts me to say, but I think it's true, and Gunther retains and goes to fight someone else. So
I just think Gunther's a transitional champ right now, which is crazy to say, but I think it's time to pull the trigger on Punk.
And also, I feel like Gunther then transfers over to SmackDown, and then we spice up that
Yeah.
show. So that's where I'm at with Punk winning. Also, especially after
Also, draft happens
Unreal.
after this.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, could use a shakeup. So the women's world championship, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. We're running every single variation of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at this point, but I'll take it. Naomi's been doing fantastic work, and we all went with Naomi.
it's
Ray,
too early.
It is too early.
yeah. And then we get into Becky versus Lyra with the I can't spin because my headphones are gonna rip off, but the Becky Stompers. Um, And Matt is the only one who went with Lyra. Where was your head at with that pick?
I think she's gonna carry the women's division forward with the IC. I think Iris proves her worth as a mid Carter, and then also because Becky's ready for bigger things and trying to get another championship or bigger championship opportunities. Because also, I think Bailey also happens to do with it. I don't see her going for the mid card championship. I don't think they're gonna turn Bailey heel. There's not enough heels on Raw. That's my thing. That's basically where my headspace is.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my quick Becky pick just real quick. I just think
Yeah.
Bailey will cost Lyra, and then so Bailey turns heel again, and then Becky's probably just gonna retain.
I just did a realistic approach just because, like, breaking kayfabe here, Lyra's engaged,
You
and I
think
feel like
Bailey's gonna cause Becky? I mean,
Lyra,
Lyra?
yeah, because the
I
whole
think it's gonna be. I think it'd be the opposite since Becky took her spot in Mania.
yeah, but I think the conclusion of whatever it was at what was it, the pay per view before SummerSlam, was it Money in the
Evolution.
Bank? Elimination? What was it?
Evolution.
Evolution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why did I forget about that? But I think that's over, and I think Lyra is Bailey's next victim because she's on SummerSlam, and it's a whole what she said after SmackDown this past week. So I just feel like Bailey will probably cause Lyra.
Hmm. You, you know what, Matt convinced me. I'm gonna switch over to I think Lyra's gonna get it. Plus it's like one of those things where it's like, do we really want to? It has that stipulation of if Lyra loses and she never challenges again. Nah, I don't know. I do like the idea of Becky moving on, Lyra sticking with the IC title and feuding with someone else.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can see Lyra going against Naomi and Rhea and all them. I think it's her time, and Becky can. I don't know. It's. I guess it's just our different ideas.
yeah, and that could be the difference between who has a belt and who doesn't. Solo versus Fatu.
this one's the hard one, honestly.
Yeah, that's a really hard one. Yeah,
Steel
that was my
cage.
hardest pick.
Steel cage for the
Yeah.
US Championship. Ray, why Jacob?
Um, Look, I think this is going to be the one where when you look at these two, you've kind of seen what they've both done, and there's no way Solo is beating 5-2. The only reason why he won is because of interference. Now that there's in a cage, I feel like it kind of evens the odds in 5-2's favor. But there's still going to be interference somehow. It's the bloodline. There's always going to be somebody. Heck, somebody's probably going to come under the ring during this fight. I guarantee it. But it's
Tonga. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. But I think right now it just makes sense. You're trying to build up Fatu. They've said they have big plans for him, and I know it's a U.S. title, but I think maybe get him another run at it. Have that little feud going. Maybe if Fatu wins, have him do something with Jimmy. Jimmy's been eyeing that title, for a while. It seems like so. You're still keeping it in the bloodline in a sense, but I think right now you're trying to build Fatu. It makes sense. Solo was the guy already for the past year or so. For some reason, they didn't give him the belt when he was that guy trying to lead the bloodline. Now that he's not, it's like okay, now you can win. But just simply paper match wise, it makes sense. Fatu.
Yeah, Mr. CC, you and I picked Solo. If you could real quick just go over why are we going with the fake tribal chief?
I feel like Solo needs it more than Jacob in a sense of Jacob is such a very huge star, and then Jacob could easily go into the big title picture already against these other guys. Like you said, if Gunther does go to SmackDown with that world title, which I mean, I still think Gunther's going to SmackDown, but he's going to go with that world title. I think Jacob Fatu is a good foe for Gunther. That's just what my thinking is, and Solo kind of elevates that title a little bit more, of being this heel. Then we need more heel wrestlers holding championship belts. So I don't mind Solo winning, and I also have a feeling that Tama Tonga is going to cost Jacob and have him join his bloodline. I know he said his bloodline's complete or his family tree is complete, but I doubt it. I feel like Thomas should be in there with him because Solo did bring him in there with him, with Jacob and all them. So yeah, I just like seeing Solo with that U.S. title. I think he deserves it. I think he deserves a lengthy run. But like what Ray was saying, you can have Solo versus Jimmy, and then maybe Jimmy dethrones Solo at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in full agreement. We have Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom versus versus Hail Mary Prayer, AJ Styles, and we all got AJ on that one. I think we're all in agreement that I don't know. One, the
I'm gonna
nostalgia
change my pick,
factor. Woo! How come?
There's something I want to add to your switch, Ephraim.
and I'll let you. Yeah, just go for it, Matt. What are you gonna say?
That what I also can see happening is that if Punk wins against Gunther, they're going to want to have like a sort of backlash type like what Cody did against AJ. I think a good opponent for Punk if he wins the heavyweight title is AJ if he doesn't win the Intercontinental. And
Yeah,
considering that Dom's also going to AAA, he could like put more focus and drop the IC and go to AAA, or he can go with it.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I know. I just feel like Dom is in a position not to lose that belt. I know they haven't given much to him, and I think that's the reason why I want him to retain. So I feel like he needs like you said, going to AAA. That's going to be a big thing of him holding the IC title, and he can actually defend that belt over there too.
Damn.
Like Mr. Iguana winning the IC title, like how crazy would that be?
Yeah, and if Dom retains, AJ could be a good first opponent for Punk and Clash in Paris. Because
Mm-hmm.
AJ is going to be on the
One
card no
too.
matter what.
Yeah, that Ron's injury is making me think about two Punk retaining. I mean, beating Gunther. If Ron's is actually that hurt, then Punk might get his moment in SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna risk it on that Gunther and Punk pick. I'm gonna go Punk.
Dude, I've risked down all of these. I'm like,
It's risky. I mean, this is what a card should be for
Yeah.
like the WrestleMania. This is what a
right,
card is supposed to make you think.
because they could go either way. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
There's
Yeah.
many line, and then Ron's being hurt kind of throws like a wrench in everybody's plans. So it's kind of like, damn, like fuck.
Which is why
Imagine if this was.
What was that?
Can you imagine if this was last SummerSlam? How predictable it was. All
Oh
of us would
yeah.
be tied.
I know. Yeah. Jesus. I think of no, what was it? It was Evolution and Saturday Night's main event. It was just like all across the board. Um, Next match here, rounding third here. We got Roman and Jay versus the Bron, as Roman says, and we got Ray and Matt both gambling and saying that specifically Jay gets pinned. Me and Ephraim were sticking still with just the Bron's winning.
Oh, you didn't see my updated
No,
message. I
no.
changed
Yeah,
on my
sorry, you're
thing.
right. I remembered. I just didn't change it. You're right. You're right. Okay, so we're all Ray's gambling. The rest of us are
Yeah,
not.
no.
I do not have Matt's pick for the.
I got a wild card. I say Braun Breaker pins Roman Reigns.
Ooh.
Wow, I did think about that, but I think I'm gonna stick still because I can see
I
both
thought about
Jay
it
or
too.
Roman getting pinned, but I do like Roman getting pinned by Braun.
Due to Roman leaving to go film Street Fighter, you can
Yeah.
build Braun Breaker by pinning your big star Roman Reigns.
And then coming back and Braun Breaker
Can
title
I
WrestleMania.
can I add something for the what is it? The storyline?
Yeah. What you got?
I um they're gonna bring up somebody from NXT.
Expand on that.
Like for because I don't know, I have a feeling they're gonna bring somebody in just because how I think it was Monday, yeah. Braun Breaker was like, I guess he's taking on that leader role and they're talking and then he tells Paul Heyman, we're gonna go to plan B or plan B basically.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like they're gonna bring up somebody during this fight especially.
Part of me
You have my
wants to
pick,
make it.
Cisco, for
What's up?
you have my pick for Logan getting pinned, right?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
Um, like part of me, Ray, wants to make you give a name, but I will put down just NXT superstar gets called up.
Okay.
But
You
I
know
do
what? I'll
want
go
to
more
hear.
crazier.
Yeah, one second, champ. I want to hear Ray. Do you have any like ideas for who, like an Ethan Page?
No, Ethan Page right now, he
You
has that
North
title.
American champion? Yeah.
I got Ricky Starks getting caught up from NXT.
That's what I'm thinking.
I wanted to say it before, right? That's why.
Wait, what was that?
Because those were the main two that were gonna get picked up.
Yeah, Ricky Starks. So I think Ricky Starks might be that if you call it.
Wow. Okay, there you go. So that's gonna be your storyline pick.
Yep.
Okay.
You have my pin for EO getting pinned, right?
Io takes the pin. Yep. Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
have
they're getting
your
pinned.
does Matt, do you have your six-man TLC pick? It's all across the board. We have the Wyatt Six. I think we all agree it's just it would be a great, I don't know, since we're saying WrestleMania moment, SummerSlam moment, to have the Wyatt Six and to have that moment. I think that's where we
Plus,
all came from.
they barely had a chance to
I had mine
defend them.
different though.
Oh,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Matt.
My do you have mine written on there?
I don't think you gave me yours, or I just maybe missed it.
Oh, what I had Phoenix and Andrade.
Okay.
Can
Explain
I
why.
add a stipulation? Oh, after Matt. After Matt.
I have Phoenix and Andrade winning. I thought about closely of who was going to take the pin. I was going to say D'Angelo Dawkins, but I was like,
I have
I'm
Well, it's a
darn
Johnny.
looking at.
TLC. It's a
I
TLC
have
match, no?
yeah.
So
Okay. And
no
that
pin.
yeah, that's my
Oh yeah,
stipulation.
right.
So instead of pin, who falls off the ladder? Who gets known off the ladder to win the belts? You know what I mean? Who's the opposing team to get knocked off the ladder for the opposing team to win? So like my pick is Johnny Gargano.
That's what I have too. Yeah.
I would have picked Fraxium, but I'm not gambling that.
So Ephraim, you're throwing that on. You're putting that down. Gargano
Yeah,
gets.
for person. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna call it the LA Knight spot, where you think they're gonna get it, and then they get pushed off. I'm just gonna call it the LA Knight spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could put mine there too.
Same thing,
Because
Gargano.
I know, yeah, because I had put that there too, and I was wondering, I was like, why didn't you put pin? But I forgot.
Got you. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Um, great. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. Ephraim is the only one who picked Karrion. I'm hoping you're right.
Me
Just
too.
because I feel like if Sammy wins, it's for me going to be mentally confirming like, damn, Karrion didn't get renewed, his contract renewed. But
That's why I didn't pick Carrion. Because I
yeah,
know they haven't renewed it. I can't. Nope.
I
yeah,
feel like he might put Sami Zayn to sleep in the straight jacket.
yeah.
But that's it. So I don't know.
That could be, hey, that could be a big one here. And then last one, Judgment Day versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. We've all got Flair and Bliss across the board. Do I have that correct?
Yep.
Beautiful. And
I have Raquel taking the pin.
yep, that's what me and Matt have as well. And
Yeah,
yeah,
Roxanne.
just running real quick through. Oh yeah, Ray has Roxanne, and running real quick through the storyline predictions. Ray has an NXT superstar getting called up. Ephraim's got Ricky Starks in particular getting called up. I have the double turn happening in the main event of night two, and Matt has Seth not only cashing it in, but the fact that it was all a work. That it was this injury was a beautiful. Ooh, I would love to see the Unreal episode about Seth and his working the injury, if that ends up becoming real. But that is the SummerSlam picks. Next week, you can take a screenshot right now. It'll be the exact same, um, except this little row right here will have the magic number to determine who
Yep.
You
is.
see, because I also don't doubt because Triple H doesn't like booking Money in the Break briefcase. He's had it already, and he already burned it last year. I think he's just gonna burn it again and be like, "Seth's gonna be like, all right, I'm vacating it, tournament."
Hmm, he's gonna burn it down. Yeah, we're gonna find out next week who is the kayfabe and chill champion, whether champ retains or you have a new champion. Exciting times, you
We'll see.
guys. Exciting times. Now we get into the sharpshooter rounds, and I'll start off real quick since it's SummerSlam night, week. What is y'all's favorite SummerSlam match or storyline
Ooh.
feud? Yeah,
Ooh.
Triple
I know
H,
my
Shawn Michaels.
yeah.
That's a great one. That's a great one. That was his comeback match,
Jeff
right?
Hardy, CM Punk.
Jeff Hardy,
Sean?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
That was like him in the jeans, right? With the yeah. Oh, so good.
That was a good one.
I mean, I
You're looking
haven't.
him up.
Yeah, I think
He's going with the custody match.
that
Yeah.
would be a good one. That would be a good one. I'd probably say honestly, it was the just going off last year, just Rhea and Liv. They had put on a great match, and then the ending, which was predictable, but at the same time, you're just like, oh shoot, like they're actually pulling the trigger. And learning that that kiss was also unscripted, I was like, dude, what the heck? But I think that's gonna be one of them where like at least for recent wise, when I think SummerSlam, I always think of that one. That always pops up.
I don't understand when you say what the heck because you have a whole harem at home. Like,
I know you can just curse. You can say fuck. Like it's
so
all
you
good,
really
Ray.
are Dominic Mysterio.
Bro, I'm literally Superman. I'm not like that, you know.
Uh, I I also agree Triple H, Shawn Michaels, but I will just say special mention, not the match, but the build was um SummerSlam, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. The build of that was what got me hooked onto wrestling. Is the you're out and I'm out too. That whole storyline moment. The match sucked, but that feud made me a fan for life. So got to give it a special mention. Um, Matt, do you have a sharpshooter question locked in?
What do y'all want to get? Like a remade or like a reboot? Personally, I want the Hunger Games to get rebooted. It's like a young cast, and I want a TV show on like HBO Max or like Paramount or something, like how they're doing with Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. I want them to
Yeah.
be TV series, young actors.
Dude, that's a good question. Rebooted or remade?
Rebooted. His Texas accent slipped out too.
We're getting my dream one is a Narnia. I would like the Percy Jackson treatment just because if you all know the ending of the Narnia series, it's crazy. Everyone ends up in a train accident, and like all the main characters you love from all the books, they all end up in the same train accident. It's kind of Final Destination in a way, but yeah, that's where I'm going. It's Narnia. Love the OGs though.
I don't I don't know because I felt it hurts me saying this. Maybe The Office. I know they're doing that, but like part of me is like, no, you should just leave it the way it is. I don't know.
Say the DCU just I was fresh off the side of first reboot. Let's reboot the DCU.
We all could have said How I Met Your Mother, but they did that in modern time, rebooted
Yeah,
it.
it
That didn't
didn't
work out
work.
well.
Nope.
I mean, my pick is Friends.
Oh yeah.
It's a great show, but I feel like it would be cool seeing a modern version of the show. And I
Yeah.
guess like one of the actors I would like to see play Chandler being, like I said, I'm a big Joe Curry fan, Curry fan. So I think he'll be a great Chandler. And then
Mm-hmm.
so I
Yeah.
mean that will be one of the shows, and I love that show to death. Plus, my other pick would have been Dexter, but they're already doing like a
The spin-off,
prequel,
yeah.
the spin off, and then all that. So I will leave Dexter alone at the moment.
For sure. Yeah. Was that everyone? Okay, Ephraim. Mr.
Are you forgetting
CC.
the chat? How dare you, sir?
No,
Another
I
whips
never
to the
forget.
back.
Damn, that's what 12 chair shots now.
Yep.
What you got for us in the
I like to see
sharpshooter?
also like to see a reboot of Daria if they ever get to it finally.
Oh yeah, that'd be a
I
good one.
love that. All right,
My question is, let me see. If you can pick any superhero character from DC, Dark Horse, whatever, and any wrestler and make a comic book series, who would your be? Who would the two be in that comic book series?
Like a wrestler and a superhero, or the wrestler
Mm-hmm.
as the super. Okay.
it's like a Superman and Muhammad Ali type deal where they like a real
Yep.
life crossover type thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like right now,
Eminem the
like
Punisher.
Eminem and the Punisher, yeah, or Eminem and Spider Man.
Oh, okay. Rey
Like
Mysterio,
Ray, say Rey Mysterio because that's
Rey Mysterio and Blue Beetle, I think would be nice for
that
the
was
culture.
good. I was trying to think of all you guys' answers in my head, and I was like, Ray might pick Rey Mysterio for one of them.
It would well Eddie too would be a nice one.
Yeah, it's a good
Undertaker,
one though.
Ghost Rider.
Oh,
Ooh,
Hey, who is the wrestler?
Taker.
Undertaker,
Taker.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. They both roll up in there. I imagine it's the scene from the original Ghost Rider movie with the old man Ghost Rider rolling aside Nicolas Cage, but it's Undertaker in like his tricked out purple flamed motorcycle. That'd be cool. It's a cool
Then you could
visual.
always say Seth Rollins and the Joker. You could
Yeah.
always say that one.
Mine would have been a three-way crossover with Johnny Cage, Booster Gold, and The Miz.
Oh, that would be good.
That's good. That's
And
good.
then kind of have a meta where they're all just pointing at each other, kind of like that of Spider-Man.
Damn,
And
I dig
I
that.
want I want the story plot of them all trying to audition for the same big movie in Hollywood, and they're all like fighting each other, and it turns into like a real life fight. That'd be pretty cool.
Damn. Yeah, I can get with that. I can get with that. I can't think of any. The only one that I keep coming back to is like Superman and Cody Rhodes. I know Cena is kind of an easy pick, but I would like Cody. I don't know.
Yeah, you could do Peacemaker and John Cena. Shit.
Yeah, literally have the Spider-Man meme right there. Yeah, that's a great question, champ. That's a great question.
I know. Now I'm gonna think
Now,
about that one.
do you have a question, Ray? Please. I know you're thinking
I
about it. Okay. How about Marvel characters? How about Marvel?
so we've all, we've
Wait,
seen
actually,
the
hold on.
collab.
Wait a second. Actually, it just came. Something just came to mind. Actually, it's something pretty important. It just came to mind that it is actually Champ's birthday on the day that this records, and so
Yeah.
which is very important to the Kayfabe and Show
But that can wait
podcast.
after my question.
So I
We can
think,
wait till afterwards, end it off like that.
I think. Let's
I
all
think
sing
we could
happy
wait.
birthday. Let's all sing happy birthday to the champ. Ready?
I
1, 2, 3. Happy
Boo!
birthday to
Fake
you.
champ.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday. Ray, I
to
can't hear you.
you.
Sing louder.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday,
dear.
dear
Fake
our sexy, hunkalicious,
champ.
reigning, defending inaugural Kayfabe and Chill
Never seen.
champion.
Never seen. We gotta do it again. Never seen.
Okay, never seen,
Oh no.
unseen, Kayfabe and Chill, sexy, delicious champion.
Get this guy American Idol deal.
Now we could go back to Ray's stupid sharpshooter
Happy
question.
birthday
Are you gonna end it?
to you. I was hoping you were gonna go, and I was gonna give it one last little interruption.
You can see me go like, there it
I
is.
know, but yeah,
Look.
no, champ. Hey, I hope you have a special. What's the magic number?
I don't want to say it, but 25.
Wow, man. Hey, another year of growth. What is it they say? Happy cakes and candles.
Yeah, cakes and candles,
Another
or
year around
was
the
it
sun.
birthday balloons or something like that. He said like Happy Balloon Day.
Yeah. Happily. What was it? Happy heavenly earth. I don't know. But all that to say, Mr. Champ, Mr. CC, Ephraim, what a blessing you have been to this podcast, for gracing us with your presence, with your takes, with your thoughts, with your feelings every single week. And I mean every single week as we go on with this podcast, man. It's been such a pleasure.
The writing on is crazy. Don't do tricks on it. All right?
And also
Just calm down.
it's been such a pleasure tag teaming with you and
Oh,
being its fellow champion.
this ain't fair, bro. I'm all by myself. What am I supposed to do?
You see how your partner treats you when he leaves. You can't do anything without your little tag
Hey,
team
Ephraim,
partner.
give me a little too sweet real quick.
You want me to sweet it?
Let's too sweet it.
Let me charge it up real quick.
Oh, he's charging it up.
You ready?
Yep,
Bring it
yep,
in.
yep. Boom. Oh, wait. Let me go towards the camera.
Y'all look
ready?
different on my
Ready?
end.
2.
There. Boom.
Boom,
You gotta
baby.
too sweet it.
Too
Too sweet.
Boom. Hey, man.
You see, Ray, you don't know nothing about unity and holding championship gold because you're just gonna be a second-rate champ. And if you do win the title at SummerSlam, I'll shake your hand. But just know that all the subscribers and followers that I got for this podcast is going to go away because of you holding this belt.
We'll
The
see.
other two can carry the show, but you,
I could carry this show.
We'll see about that, Mr. Part-Time.
And dare I say, well, go ahead, Ray.
It's only happened like one time. Calm
Twice.
down.
1.5 times. You came
One and a
in.
half.
You, God forbid, you graced us with your presence.
You know how many times it's happened to me, Ray? You know how many times I've missed a podcast episode? Mr. Wiseman, how many? Can you remind me that number?
A big old donut. Big old
0.
donut.
Watch, there's gonna be a day you miss, and I'm gonna hold that against you real bad.
The day that he misses, the day that we miss is we're ending the podcast. I'd rather end this podcast than have our champ be discredited and disgraced the way you are, Ray.
And you know the funny thing is too, I'll be going if I'm in the beach, Bahamas, laying my feet up after taking a break, carrying everything. If I do lose a championship, just know that I'll still be here, helping y'all stay relevant. No, Wise Man, you have it. You can do it yourself.
Thank you.
You don't need me 24/7. But with Ray, I don't know. Mr.
I think there's video evidence that says otherwise between y'all two, but okay.
Hey, Ephraim, I may not need you 24/7, but I want you 24/7.
I wish my mom said the same thing, but that's another subject for another time.
Damn.
That's a therapeutic episode right there.
Okay, let's get back to
we can't handle all of that.
All right, Ray, we'll go back to your question.
All right, fine. First of all, say happy birthday to Champ.
Nah, I'm gonna text it to him that Saturday.
It's Friday, get it right.
So we've all seen, when a big, comic book movie comes out, there's always a collaboration with it. So I have to ask you, what is y'all's favorite collaboration? Kind of like the Batman with Little Caesars, Superman with Dairy Queen, kind of like that. And even if it could be old, like maybe you've seen pictures and all that, you could count that too. Or if you want to count recent, you could do that.
I mean, look, y'all know I love Stranger Things. I really like the Baskin Robbins collab because when they worked at the ice cream shop, I thought that was pretty cool. I even got my Steve Harrington from my Baskin Robbins. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was really, really badass. Now, movie-wise, I don't know. I like the Fantastic Four when they just did. I just completed the 4 set. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hold on, Matt is coming back.
Bro, just missed everything.
he just lets you get
He let me get dunked on.
Yeah, he let you get cornered.
You got cooked, Ray. That's what happened.
There you go. Everything good? Okay, let's do that segment again then. Hey guys, very important news for the Kayfabe and Chill podcast. We just sang happy birthday to Ephraim.
Yeah.
Do you want to join in?
My phone's 1%, so I don't know if I'll cut out again.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to real quick spend the last percent singing happy birthday to Ephraim?
Don't do it. Don't do it. It was horrible.
You're a champ in 2 days.
Don't do it.
Matt.
Just give me one note and I'll carry you, Matt. Come on. You know you want to
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is the guy you're fighting at SummerSlam.
I gave him a compliment when he left, right? You just dragged him down the whole time.
I did not drag him down.
I said that he's able to carry this championship unlike Q when he wins it.
We'll see.
You said I'm the only guy that's able to carry this title.
I did not say I'm the only guy. I said I can carry this. You can reroute it all you want.
He talked major shit about you, Matt. He talked major shit about you.
I did not. Don't listen to
I think it's time you take him to the barbershop.
We'll find out what it is at SummerSlam.
We will.
I coming back to Ray's question.
That's right. Let me tell. So I basically said, what's your favorite? I guess you could say pop culture collab, kind of like the Batman with Little Caesars, Fantastic Four, Little Caesars, kind of like that.
Yeah, I just
pop culture collab.
I just really enjoy anytime. Like as a kid, I always used to, be a part of go to McDonald's, get the Happy Meal, and see what toy we got. I just remember like The Incredibles having a really good one. I know a lot of people had like Batman Forever, like the Batmobiles. I know that must have been really cool. Um, yeah, yeah. Can't really think of anything else at the moment. But yeah, do you guys have anything?
From you said yours, right? Was the Baskin Robbins?
Yeah, the Stranger Things collab. We got the
I,
Steve Harrington Funko Pop. That was pretty cool.
I think for me, because it's kind of rare that we've gotten them, just depending on the movies, I think the first one I got introduced to was the Batman one for Little Caesars because it was like the Batman calzone. And it came
Mm,
with I think a poster. I think there was a comic book that was supposed to be attached to with it, but I think they started running out and it was kind of hard to get.
yeah.
I also really liked when Dr. Pepper, I think it was Spider-Man Far From Home. They
Oh
had
yeah.
the blue can for Dr. Pepper. There was
Hmm.
like a blue raspberry or some new flavor, and they did it with one of the Jurassic World movies. I thought
And
those were pretty cool.
by me saying this, that is the best Dr. Pepper flavor out there.
Yes,
That was so
yes,
good.
I'm a
dude.
day one Dr. Pepper hater.
I don't love Dr. Pepper, so I'm here with Matt. I'm with Matt on this one. Sorry, guys.
Look, I
Yeah.
tried the Dr. Pepper root beer float ice cream. That was good.
You can have your barbecue sauce carbonated water.
Talk to him, Matt. Talk to
If
him.
y'all like Coke, I'm gonna fucking leave right now.
Oh, I'm a Shawn Michaels fan. I love Coke.
Love
Oh
Coke.
Jesus, not that kind of Coke.
I'm gonna change my answer. My favorite crossover is Deadpool and Wolverine's AMC popcorn bucket. That or
Oh
Dune and the Dune bucket. Yep.
I wonder. I wonder.
yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder. Just
Ray, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. I
you know why you picked it.
for the culture. The culture had a great time with it.
No,
That's why I picked.
I bet they did after the movie, yeah. Or during. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I remember that review of Thunderbolts where it's like bring tissue papers, tissue, but not for tears. Anyways,
Y'all remember the little robot toys that you would remember that movie Robots?
yeah,
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the toys that would come in from the McDonald's Happy Meals?
I do
Those were
not, to be
cool.
honest.
Where
But
I miss when McDonald's actually cared about their toys. Those are those are the best days. Now you get nothing.
I was like,
well,
you know,
low-key, the
speaking of
kids
that,
don't care about toys nowadays either. So it's kind
it's
of
it's all
Yeah,
the adults.
I
yeah.
Move
know.
over.
I want my Happy Meal.
Well, I think Burger King too has the Naruto
Yeah,
figurine. Yeah.
some places have been having those, yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Champ. Happy birthday to Champ. Happy birthday to Champ. Happy
You
birthday
look
to
like a
you.
monkey. Smell like one too.
And just like that, that's how we end that right there.
How we actually want to end it is by saying next week we will crown potentially a new, but also most likely the greatest of all time, the Kayfabe and Show champion. So best of luck, boys. I take that back. It's actually best of luck to just Champ and I. Fucked both of you guys. And with that, have a great rest of your week. Have a great SummerSlam. And we'll see y'all next week to crown the champion. Peace.
You